ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys! I be your naturally kinesthetic and inspiringly ontological DM, Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more joy than a hamster can fit into its adorable little cheeks to welcome you back to Corsair's Cove and our new show set in my Humblewood world of midnight and madness. Above me, I have my hearty crew, the flamboyant Rachel Foucault, the flirtatious Jack O'Brien, the fascinating Rahema Rowe, and that furtive lurker, Dan Swelto. And it could be a space hamster, Ardana. Thank you very much for contributing to that hype train that's going on. Omi as well, you bloody champion. Good on you guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Sexy geeks you. Oh, stop it. Thank you for noticing. Alrighty, well, let's talk about these lovely people, shall we? Trish, Rach, which one are you? Who are you and what? Because I'm reading the name on the screen that I'm looking at.
Okay.
Rachel, who the absolute heck are you?
Hello, my name is Rachel Foucault. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok at Rachel Foucault. And you can find the book that I wrote, The Rings of Mars, right here on the internet. And if you buy it, it will make me smile.
There you go.
I cashed in Rachel's smile a long time ago.
I feel like I've been conditioned to always expect the threats, that if it's not a threat, I'm even more frightened.
That's my tactic.
Jack, who the absolute heck are you?
Hello there. My name is Jack O'Brien. I'm a performer and a professional game master for dungeonmasterforhire.com.au. If you are in need of a game but can't be bothered running one yourself, go ahead and follow that link there, and we do all the hard work for you. You can also find me on my newly minted Twitch channel, where we do game prep for said games, in which if I do prep for your game, you are not allowed. Go away. But otherwise, you are more than welcome. And you can find all that at Jack Squarepeg. You can find, if you follow that name, you'll find the other socials there as well. So that's me.
Cool. Yeah. Dan, you lurker, you.
That's me.
Who are you? And tell us about yourself.
Hello, I am Dan in the meat space, Dear in the cyberspace. You can't find me on social media, at least not vocally, because, goddamn, do I lurk, because you deserve love even in silence. Very furtive, but not vulnerable, not unlike any rats in any maze.
I have questions.
But aside from that, I hope that you all have a lovely, whatever insert time appropriate that you're watching this, and that you have a good time. Yeah.
It sounded like I was interrogating someone in an asylum, talking to a wall.
This is Curse of Strahd, baby.
That's great.
Guys, thank you very much. Choo-choo, motherfuckers! Hype train success. Yeah. Congratulations all over your new sexy emotes, everyone. Ro, who the absolute heck are you?
Hi everyone, I'm Ro. I'm an educator and theatre maker, and you can find me over at Instagram at Cradventurers, where you can see lots of fabulous photos of places that I have been and be very jealous, and also photos of my dog.
Yeah.
I'd be very jealous.
Yeah, he's an adorable
you're gonna
little
live
boy.
vicariously through someone, and it may as well be me.
I concur.
That's it. I agree completely. And Madame et Monsieur, Dame und Herren and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate, and you can find me here on my channel Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D with me lovely lady wife, Karen, the mother of bunnies. And what else do I need to talk about? Yes, Monday nights, Humblewood. Tuesday nights, tomorrow night, very exciting. I will be joined by Ardana, and we are going to be talking about Shadowrun, the RPG. Yes, it's going to be very cool.
I like.
So it's going to be fun. So I'm just going to do this one quick. And sadly, it's two N's, isn't it? Yeah, I can't spell. No. Sadly, my involvement on Ardana's channel has come to a middle. And I'm no longer playing there for the moment, but Ada probably will be back at some point because she had a smashing time, splendid time playing with you. So you can check out the episodes I played on over there. For that, hold that 100, Omi, I'm gonna need it later. Not that one though, 94, you don't want that one. Alrighty, and thirdly this week, Karen and I will be back for more Mano a Mano. Karen, as Beryl, will go and investigate trying to establish diplomatic relations with a lizard man tribe. There's a few more things we do need to mention, however. First of all, I must remind our whipped, blended, and possibly even sprinkled with nutmeg audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation mark socials. We have the Discord, where you can see so many pictures now. There are so many cat photos. Turns out an awful lot of people who watch Corsair's Cove are cat folk. Not neckos, obviously. So you can join us in our Discord over there. And we have the YouTube. It is fully up to date. And exciting news, one of the videos on the YouTube, episode 21 of Monsters and Magic, is part of the New Jersey Web Festival. We got accepted into the New Jersey Web Festival. And so we have an official selection sticker for that episode, which is very cool. It's the episode where Eric pushes a lot of people into a pit of tar. That one.
I hate that man. I always knew he was scum.
Yeah. He only pushes 2 people, but he does it a lot, like more than once. Fursuits? I didn't say that.
No, Rachel said that.
You all have fursuits now.
Josh was implying that all of the people who watch Corsair's Cove are furries, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
I was not implying that. I was trying valiantly not to imply that.
I'm implying it.
With the words that you said?
Yeah, I said specifically not that. I was just like, not furries, the other sort. Not that. And if you are, that's okay. We're a welcoming and inclusive bunch. If you were to come along and dressed in an entirely from head to toe as an anthropomorphic cat, you are very fucking welcome. I mean, Daria went to her prom as a ladybird.
I have done those fursuit things. Honestly, you have my respect. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Oh man, the stories I could tell you. Anyway, let's move on.
I've been the Easter Bunny several years in a row, and I couldn't do that thing if I wanted to. Anyway, that brings us neatly to the recap, because I'm not going to talk about Ukraine after that comment. That's fair. We're going to need a bit of a recap for last week's episode, because quite a bit happened. Who hasn't had a go yet? I think it might be Rose's turn.
Hurrah! All right, I'll give it a go. Let me know if I forget anything. So last week we found our adventurers at Anna and Dimitri's house, who are the leaders of Kursk. Krezk. Oh, I spelled it the wrong way around. Krezk. Helvig spent time considering the chickens, which he had never seen and therefore assumed were gallus that were somehow turned into lesser beings. This resulted in Helvig lamenting for the chickens. Dimitri ignored this as he dug up his own son, who Smoothie had been quite confident he could resurrect. Trish created a fashion creation to appear as a wine-delivering working gal. Smoothie goes on a flyby of the Abbey.
But not that kind of working gal.
Not that one, yeah. Where Celinox is being held. Celinox is tied to a bed in a ward, having a visit from Cloven, a modified Aileron catfolk who has horns, a goat beard, a bear paw on one leg, a crab pincher on an arm, and a second head. Cloven fed a strange meat to Celinox, and although friendly, refused to untie her, based on the 2 bosses that he has, the Abbot and the Evil One. And Celinox ate said suspicious meat dish. On Smoothie's flight, he hears moaning, roaring, and screaming, bells, and the calling out for food. On returning to Dimitri's house, Smoothie confides in Dimitri that he is not sure how to both rescue Celinox and get the Abbot's help. Dimitri insists the Abbot is insane, but good. Dimitri helps him come up with a plan to divide and conquer. Trish will go for Celinox, and Smoothie Helvig will approach the abbot. Smoothie convinces Helvig they eat sentient potatoes in Barovia. Trish did a fashion show and dirtied her tail. Second visitor for Celinox, it's fucking Strahd. He seems to enjoy watching Celinox on the bed and knows everything that's happening ever, including the fact Smoothie and the gang are in Barovia. This is denied by Celinox. He also refuses to unstrap her and makes a few comments that are mildly disturbing and mean. The gang stay in an inn. No one has the heart to tell Helvig what's in the soup. Trish, Helvig, Pia and Smoothie head to the Abbey with the wine. They are greeted by more modified creatures, Otto and Siegfried.
Yep, Siegfried.
Who lead them to a hallway to deliver the wine. They are convinced Smoothie needs to see the abbot about wine deliveries, and he heads there. Trish sneaks off with Pia, stealthily discovering there are only scarecrow guards on the battlements and using Pia as a second head for an awesome disguise. Smoothie finds a beautiful but silent Terran. Helvig is unsubtle about his dislike for organized religion and swears a lot at the abbot. Smoothie talks to the abbot, who at this point seems reasonable. They have a conversation about religion where Smoothie is frustrated to hear the abbot is just allowed to practice because he's pals with Strahd. Trish finds a back way into Celinox's ward where Celinox has just finished removing the straps. They greet each other with some explanation about Trish's second head. Smoothie asks the abbot for help, and we find out about the insane side. He made a bride. Yes, made. She has stitches down her neck. For Strahd. Because all he needs in his life to be a good ruler instead of a murderous psychopath is the right woman. Great.
Oh.
Scene.
I mean, when you
That was solid. That was an excellent recap.
Anything's going to sound insane when you say it like that. Great job.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not expect your partner to make you better.
Yes, it's not Variska's job to fix Strahd.
Hold on. First of all, Devil's Advocate, did Strahd ask to find a wife, or were other people trying to matchmake Strahd, thinking that he will get fixed if he has a woman?
Very much.
Something in
the abbot said that, because the abbot was like, oh yeah, when he had a wife, he was fine.
What I tell you, religion.
The Void goes, it's like, wow, Helvig, I didn't realize you were quite that spicy about that. Good job, Celinox. I think I'm all caught up. Yes, mateys. I just need to mention one more thing before we go. We need to talk about Ukraine. Because stuff is a bit shit there, and, well, it's more than a bit shit. And, the link in chat is for the emergency action appeal. If you have any spare pennies rattling around your digital wallet, we would love it if you would throw them in that direction, because, that would help people who need help, and that's always important. Cool. Mateys, may your wine merchants be sassy and all your extra limbs be detachable, as we head, tremulously at first, and then with mounting heat and passion, into Barovia. So, we return
Not
to
the
Barovia.
Barovia now. Here we go.
You are in.
I know. I'm just like, it's more real now.
You're not in Barovia anymore, Dorothy.
Let us return with mounting heat and passion to the place where you will get fucking killed.
Or grow an extra head.
Yep.
So, we return to Barovia and the Abbey of St. Markovia, run by an unusual abbot and his mongrel servants, the Belleviews. Trish and Celinox are in the infirmary on the second floor of the East Wing, wondering where Celinox's gear has ended up, and Smoothie and Helvig are hanging out with the abbot, a swanfolk and solid 10, in the main hall on the ground floor of the North Wing. The building is roughly L-shaped with an open courtyard between the two buildings. Also, a small correction. I apologize, Trish and Celinox. I said the room you're in only has one door, the room by which Trish entered. I was incorrect. It has 4 doors, but Celinox couldn't see them from where she was. So it is 60 feet by 30 feet room. Trish came in through the 30-foot. There's a door in the 30-foot wall. There is a 60-foot wall. The other two are external walls of the actual building itself. So the two internal walls. The long wall has 3 doors in it, roughly evenly spaced along it, that you don't know what are in what is in them. Also, Michael BTV, maybe. Thank you very much for the follow. Good on you, bloody champion. So 3 more ways to die. Yes. So I suppose the question is, what do you do?
Well, if I remember correctly, we were left on somewhat of a cliffhanger. I even wrote down the line because it was so badass. Specifically, the Abbot said, she needs a dress and I am not a seamstress. So
Yeah, he did.
what I'm doing
Did
is
say that.
staring in confusion and waiting for an elaboration.
Very well. Omi has
still
redeemed an
on the other side of the
inspiration for
door.
Trish. I think
Thank you.
Trish already has inspiration.
Did I
Yeah,
use
she
it?
didn't use
We
the one
all
last
have
time.
inspiration.
I
I'm
think
Pretty
pretty
everyone
sure
has
last
the
time.
inspiration.
entire party has inspiration, and if they didn't before, we topped 400 followers on last Wednesday. So everybody has now.
Everybody does. Yeah.
Tell you what, in this one instance, I'll allow you to have it. Trish, you have 2 inspirations.
Oh my
Hell
goodness.
Hell
Just
yeah.
use them, burn them,
I'm
so
gonna
the
be
audience can
unstoppable.
give you.
You do have to use at least one of them this session.
I will use it. I swear.
All right.
On
I
my
think
honor.
better.
Just because I
On
don't
my honor.
actually think we'll remember. So yeah, he says, yeah, I am not a seamstress.
Can I hear them, by the way, through the door? If I'm on the
Yeah,
other
I
side?
would have said
Outside?
you wouldn't be far enough away that you couldn't hear.
Okay. I'm just basically standing to make sure they're not interrupted, but I am listening.
Cool. You can hear this conversation. It's not muttered or quiet. You can make a perception check if you like, Helvig.
Sure, I'm really good at that. 2.
That reminds me I need to open my character sheet.
Look. You don't look at all.
Great. I'm just vibing by the door.
Yeah.
So I'll just say the quiet woman, can she speak? Does she
Valiska? No.
no.
Not yet. We're getting there.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nor should you. It doesn't matter. The Burgermeister and his wife require my assistance. I am prepared to provide it. They don't even need to find the gem. But I require a wedding dress. Obviously not for me. One that a young Terran about town would fit well. A reasonable trade, I believe.
If she, yeah, I suppose.
This is for the good of Barovia, young man.
It's just, I'm not necessarily in disagreement. I just don't know what. I don't know. She hasn't said a word, and you're saying that she can't talk yet. I'm just confused.
He's learning.
And I'll remember the stitching, and I just go, Did you build her?
Ooh. It's got to be some sort of check. Smoothie, I tell you what, I'll throw it to you. What sort of check, if you're wanting an answer from him, what sort of check would you make?
I don't know, to be honest, because like
He's being deliberately obfuscating. He is deliberately being vague.
Right. Okay,
So
in that case, yeah, I gathered that. So yeah, I think the biggest thing on his mind right now is that like it's nice that he's like willing to offer and all that stuff, but ignorance is ignorance, and if he can see that this could be this deal could be made on evil foundations, he doesn't want that.
Sure.
So, but to answer your question, what skill?
Yeah, what check would you make to convince him to tell you the answer to your question? I mean, persuasion feels like, but if you wanted to make a different argument,
persuasion seems the most apt. I mean, he's mostly just caught off guard because he's seen the stitches and this guy's not being forthcoming.
You've seen like one set of stitches. You don't. She does not look. I mean, Smoothie may well suspect that she is a patchwork. Her fur is a bit patchwork. That
Mostly
would explain
it's
it.
because the two-head comment from Celinox.
Oh, okay.
That is why he's even bringing it up.
Right.
So yeah, let's go with persuasion.
But you've seen the other two Bellevues. You've seen Otto and Siegfried.
Yep. So actual evidence then. So,
yeah. So Smoothie thinks it's... You do?
Because of
Yes.
my enhanced ability.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't want to remind you if you forgot to like sway your...
Pretty good.
Uh,
24, 23. Wow. Good pair. All right. He says... So you said what exactly?
Did you build her?
He turns to look at the gold plate above the mantle and strolls over to it. He sort of considers it for a moment, and actually does like he doesn't have a beard to stroke. He sort of he sort of thoughtfully strokes his bill, and then like considering the symbol of Ardea, then goes over to Bariska, who is still standing there, and takes her by the shoulder and turns her to look at you and says, "What do you think of my work?" And she smiles at you again, and it's that, "I'm good at this."
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have not practiced.
Can I...
She learns quickly.
I don't think I need to make a check to kind of get the vibe. I was waiting for God's confirmation.
Are you... How is Smoothie taking this?
He is more confused than anything. Would he know about this whole lady love situation? The
Yeah, you
lost
definitely
love?
would know the story of Strahd is fairly famous, and for those who don't know it, Strahd was the prince of Barovia and beyond. There was a quite a bit larger kingdom it was part of, and a great general. He conquered Barovia for the empire of his father, King Barov. That's where the name comes from. He named the country of that bit of the world after his father, Barov. So it's Barovia. I have twisted the name slightly because it's funnier if it's Barovia, but he wasn't King Burrow. He fell in love with his brother's fiancée. His brother Sergei and his Sergei's fiancée Tatiana. And they eventually killed themselves. Or died. I cannot remember exactly. And the myth does vary. But Strahd was stricken by grief over this, both because he actually liked his brother, but also because Tatiana was gone and he could no longer have her either. And he seeks to find her soul, and he's waiting for her to reincarnate so that they can be together. It broke him essentially, and he, in his grief, tore Barovia away, and in doing so prevented Tatiana's spirit from going to the plane of death or life. And trapped all the souls there so that she could reincarnate.
Okay. So basically what he will say is, sir, you know him better than me, and I can't comment on what he will or won't like. I don't know what you've done, and I understand that you want him to free us, and you don't want to fight him. I understand all these things. And
he is no ally of mine. I believe he leaves me here unmolested because it amuses him. I am a man of faith.
I believe
a man of the God. I know you weren't challenging that. I was saying he would find it funny. This place is bad for you, particularly the faithful. It saps us, drains us, slowly twists us. I know it is happening. I fight it. I have been here a long time, and I think he enjoys watching. That is why he is no threat to me.
if you think that this is the best plan, you know him better. If you think this is the right thing to do and the best plan, then I have no qualms. But ultimately, my opinion doesn't matter, does it?
Not especially, no. If you want my assistance in this matter, I'm glad that you do understand where I'm coming from. You do see my reasoning, but ultimately I do not require your agreement, only your obedience. However, you understand correctly, yes, that what you ask of me is deeply against particularly your chosen Amaranthine's teachings.
Sidebar. Bringing people back from...
Necromancy generally is hugely frowned upon in the wood. It perverts the natural order of life and death. The Amaranthines are all about that.
Even the pure...
Even good people. Even good people. Once you died, you've been buried. You're buried. You're dead. In the Humblewood, and Smoothie would not know this, it is deeply illegal to res people. It's partially why Helvig is the very, 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 very first Anvilwrought, because his soul was brought back intact, but he didn't go to the normal place, the normal resting place. He hadn't died in the correct way. That's the only reason it was even permitted.
I wasn't buried or anything.
No. Also, a lot of people, most people are not au fait with exactly what happened with Helvig, including most of the law enforcement, and a lot of the people who did assist you in it, who were in positions of authority, were also the kind of people who would push the boundaries on that a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, there you go. That's kind of the point that Smoothie's going to make in a second, which is... You said yourself that to live in here is to fight corruption every day, and I don't think it's fair that whatever's happening to this family happened to all 4 of them.
No. I do
And-
not believe it to be a coincidence.
And if you ask me, I was chosen for a lot of things, and I've got a big responsibility on my shoulders from the father himself. And if he doesn't like the way I do it, then I guess he can have a word with me about it.
Firstly, Dungeons and Doctorates, thank you so much for the raid, you bloody champions. Good on you guys. We have just begun our session, so you've raided at a good time. Smoothie is currently talking to the mad ? Abbot. Definitely, Rachel would agree. Definitely mad. Abbot of the Abbey of Saint Markovia, who has created a zombie bride for Strahd. Yes, we're doing Barovia. The humble version of Barovia, the Humblewood version of Barovia. Ozquest, good to see you guys. Thank you so much for the raid, guys. Bloody legends. And then we will move on to the other peeps in a second. But Jack, make me an insight check. This is just to confirm that you picked up what he was putting down.
22.
22. Smoothie, he is quite subtly, I think, you may disagree. My attempt at subtlety, anyway, putting it out there that if you're going to take issue with him doing this sort of necromancy, it's a bit hypocritical given you've come to him asking for him to do necromancy for you.
He will notice that, and he will just go, he will say what he's already said, and he's just gone, at the end of the day, I would like to see this with Strahd letting us go too. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight anybody. And I certainly don't think I'm stupid enough to think I can pick a fight with everybody. And I think that you know more about this sort of thing than I ever will. You have that gold plate up there, sir. And that's your conscience. That's you. I can't tell you that.
She will not look kindly on this either, and I take some solace in the knowledge that she can't see. But what? Ooh. Ozquest, can you roll me !roll space 2 in chat? Highs, I say it. Lows, I don't. !roll space the number 2.
Never a good sign when Josh does this. It always scares me.
It's just a cool idea. I'm just a cool idea.
Like, holy shit. It's gonna be something very blasphemous. I can feel in the wind.
Fun National Science Week chat. Hope we're having fun over here. We are Dungeons and Doctorates. If we don't have Ozquest in chat anymore, they may be lurking. Then anybody else is welcome to. I will take the first number I see. !roll space 2.
Get him. Out the gate.
Ooh! Alex Cabra!
Say
There were 2 variations of what I could have said. I'm going to say the intro.
Gotcha.
What mother doesn't know.
You're trying to do what you think is the right thing, and I can't fault you for it. So am I. I genuinely hope that we don't come into conflict.
Good. Well then. Bring the Krezkovs my terms. I'm sure they will probably be relieved that they don't have to find a gem. I will provide everything required. They only need provide a dress. It must be a dress fit for queen.
You want me to pass the message to them?
Unless you can provide one your own self. Provided one is provided, then, well, I'm not going to hold out on them. I can come down
And
this
do you
evening
want
and
the-
perform the ritual. As an act of
And-
good
and-
faith.
And he's mentioned that he doesn't come down for shit. So that's
He
particularly
does not
interesting.
leave the yeah.
No. Okay. So that's interesting. He'll file that away.
Hmm.
Okay.
Thank you, Alex Cabra, and thank you for joining us. Nice to meet you.
I'll pass it on.
Very well. Well then, thank you for delivering the wine, by the way.
You're welcome.
An interesting... You could have just walked up to the gate. Otto and Siegfried would have brought you to see me. Or were you doing this as a favor for... Dimitri?
I was doing this as a favor, but I'm also keeping my head down for my own reasons. Like I said,
Sensible.
I'm the last one. So-
Yes. Oh, there are others like you.
Titan people?
Well, the faithful, I did hear of, a burning. I'll be honest, I heard of it from the one who did it. He is no longer here. He is not really welcome in my halls, but I don't have the
Can I
authority
inside
to...
check that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's talking
yeah.
about Merrick.
I know. That's
Yeah.
particularly important to me. It's
Yeah.
like still buddy, then this might get awkward. Oh no! It was almost a natural one.
What are you trying to determine? That he's being
I
truthful?
was trying to see if it was being truthful, but yeah, natural one. So
He, as far as Smoothie is concerned, he seems to be being truthful.
yeah, gotcha.
Hey, Mugborg the Half-Orc! Howdy, howdy!
I had to roll a 1 on that. Damn it. Oh well.
Well, you believe him to be being truthful. Yes, he does appear to have like disdain in his voice. His arm is still around Variska, and she is being quite... She's standing possibly a little unnaturally still. Not completely stationary. She's breathing. She blinks very irregularly. She is breathing.
Yeah.
Were you to
that's a neat
turn
trick.
were you to turn your magic senses upon her, you would learn stuff. Yeah. I am, however, going to cut over first to Helvig
Yes.
to see. Helvig, what you
Oh,
doing?
God.
Do you want to do anything? You are not obliged to do anything. I'm just asking.
Nothing. As in, I listened through the conversation because I didn't notice the stitching,
No.
so it was like a bit of a shock that there was an implication of like a building, like an actual person, and I don't know what that actually like means,
Yeah.
because that was like an actual, it's not like me. I'm not like, it's not
Yeah.
like stone or anything.
No.
It's an actual like flesh. It looks like flesh and blood, but now I'm not so sure.
Mm.
And then I just try and get my mind off it by just keep trying to contact Pierre every minute or so to see if they're within 100 feet.
Would you be interested to determine if she is like you?
Sure, but I'm not sure how I could do that.
Sure. Well, you might have to look at her a bit more. You're welcome to go back in, as I suppose is the point. If he would be curious to do so.
No, because I have as much as I'd like to, I have to play my role of being a bodyguard dude that's
Sure.
just rough around the corners.
Cool. Alrighty. Cool.
So now,
So you
Dan
stand
is
basically
just
looking at the
worried
cart.
that I don't- yeah.
You've probably... Would you have gotten the last case of wine off it? Because there was one you hadn't quite finished unloading when Trish left you.
No. Just in case it goes even horribly wrong. I'm just like, oh, they're fine. They're friends now. And then I'm going to leave. And then suddenly there's just explosions. And I'm like, fuck.
No, fair enough.
I'm not there.
Like, the cart is only about 15 feet from the door. It would not be a particularly difficult thing to do. I'm just curious. Because Siegfried is still standing with the horse, basically just making sure it doesn't run away. The horse doesn't look like it's super okay with being this close to this weird mongrel creature. For the audience and those who weren't here last week, Digfrek has the eyes of a cat, but her body is quite hunched, and she looks, as I recall, I said Mapatch. She looks like a raccoon folk, except that she has cat eyes, and one arm is... Oh no, I probably didn't say anything because she's wearing a hooded cloak. It's really hard to make out what she was originally, but she has her left arm is that of it's covered in lizard scales, while the other is a cat's paw. But she has a tail that doesn't match either of them, and feline eyes. So yeah, hard to say, and the horse is a bit freaked out by her.
Now it might be, knowing that, I probably will try and buy as much time as possible just so I know exactly that at least one of them is outside and not and now he's just gonna roam the halls again and be like, guess now I don't know where they are.
Sure. What's the range on your communication with Pier? It's 100 feet, right?
100 feet.
Yeah.
Yep. 100 feet.
Just check. Yeah, it's wolf fur and lizard scales. I apologize, but the face has got cat's paw. She has a cat's paw with opposable thumbs, and her eyes are feline. Yeah, it is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, no, he's not currently in contact range, but he's not that far out of it. You would have lost contact, and I don't know if Trish can communicate with here well enough to determine this, just about when she went into the other building, and you were looking at basically the courtyard between the two buildings is almost exactly 100 feet. So Helvig, you would be able to tell as soon as she went into the other building, she would have been out of contact range. So you'll be able to see her.
So I'm just gonna keep checking.
Alrighty, well then I will go to Trish and Celinox, what are you doing?
The exciting part.
Yeah.
Can I ask, Josh, the last time that Celinox remembers having her weapons with her,
yeah,
would that be Ruffles? At Ruffles' place?
Yeah.
Yes, wait.
You have your armor, and that's it. Pretty much everything else you had on you, your backpack, everything else is gone. You don't have your shield, nor do you have your rapier.
Alright.
I gave you,
do
my
have
spare
your-
sword, but I know it's not the same.
She also has her claws. I think she's almost as effective with them as she is with the bloody sword. I think it does about the same damage. Reasonably sure
Quite.
that is not quite.
Alright, so
Talons are a 1d4, whereas a short sword is a 1d6. It's not a huge difference.
the short sword, yeah. No, compared to the short sword, yeah.
It's hard to disarm a Strig completely.
So, Trish, I've heard a bit about you back in the wood. I think you can handle yourself, hey? Do you have a way to get out?
Not exactly. I think we're gonna try and be sneaky about it because we don't want the Abbot to know. Smoothie needs a favor from him, so it's better if we get out of here unseen.
Right.
If we can.
And can you get out the way you got in?
Not unseen.
Well, but you came in you could. Celinox probably couldn't. They definitely knew there was 3 of you when you came in.
We could hide you in the cart. If
Well-
we distract the person nearby. Actually, yeah, no, we can do this. We'll hide you in the cart.
Well, I meant for you. If you don't need my help to get out, well, just wait. Celinox is going to go over the window and check if the window is able to be opened and how high and what the...
You are quite a ways up, but opening the window is difficult, as in can't be done. You'd have to break it. You totally could, but it's not a window that opens. There is a small louvered window at the top that can be opened, but it's not large enough for you to get through, and it's about 10 feet off the ground. There's a bit of an awkward thing to do. So yeah, it lets in fresh air, basically, but it's not for exiting. But you are that window looks out over a pretty sheer drop, maybe 200 feet. So yeah, you could definitely, if you manage to find a way out of the building, you could definitely jump and fly. You know you're on the second floor as well of this abbey. But you might want to... There are 3 other doors, internal doors, if you're looking for your gear.
I really want to open door 1, 2, and 3, but I also don't want to get us.
Yeah.
I would also say, Trish, given that your knowledge of the outside of the building, like Celinox probably hasn't seen enough of the building from the outside to have a vague idea even of where she is in it, but Trish does. The rooms can't be... Those rooms on that side can't be that big, given how big the building is. You would guess probably 20-foot squares.
Right. So if Trish tells me that, then I'm gonna... do you mind if I have a look? I'm quite attached to my gear.
Oh, yeah, I get it. I'd be devastated if I lost this thing. Then I'd hold up my lance. Yeah, go ahead and look.
Cool. So, big question. From left to right, do you want 1, 2, or 3? Left being the wall which Trish entered through, and then there is the wall that runs along, essentially, if it was the bottom of the room. You want 1, 2, or 3?
Can I investigate the doors first?
Sure. Yep.
To see if I can hear anything on the other side from any of
Oh,
them?
yeah, perception check.
Perception?
Yeah, if you're listening, yes. 16. You cannot hear anything on the other side of any of the doors. And I will add in that you probably go quite quietly to each one. And yeah, it doesn't sound like there's anything there on the far side.
Alright. Any thoughts, Trish?
Well, I didn't see any fancy gear the way I came, so...
Alright. Door number 2 it is. And I'm gonna see if the door's unlocked first.
Ooh.
The middle one.
Door number 2. Alrighty. This room contains the wreckage of about a dozen wooden cribs. Though it is
creepy.
hard to say how many exactly, as they are all basically kindling on the reed-strewn floor. Trish, are you seeing this as well? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right next to you.
It's several piles of detritus on the ceiling. So the walls have been, very long time ago, painted with colourful murals, like the sunrise over a forest. The other side there is fanciful creatures running around a lake. Large, colourful numbers decorate the place, like letters and numbers. All of them very faded, and the window is broken in here, like shattered, so the elements have been allowed to come in. Investigation checks, if you're having a look.
Why not?
Sure.
15 from Celinox. Apart from Trish. This is appropriate. Alrighty. Celinox, you go in, you turn around, and as you're heading out, you notice on the wall, next to the door, is a mirror. And as you turn to leave, you see an Ellyrian woman in a nun's wimple, holding a knife, standing directly behind you in the mirror. The knife crackles with electricity. Trish has already preceded you out of the door.
Alright. So I'm gonna turn around.
There does not appear to be anyone there.
And then look back in the mirror.
She's gone.
Alright, well this is creepy.
But you do notice where she was standing, there is a small box on the floor.
All right. Oh, will I bite? Trish, did you see anything in that mirror?
Did I, Josh?
In Nightmare on Elm Street, the nun is the good person, so you should be fine.
Was the nun with the like dagger? Was the dagger like coming towards me? Was it a threatening?
Make
Or
me
was
an
she just
insight
standing?
check.
For the ghost nun.
Yeah. Ghost
I'm just
nun
like-
inside.
I'm just imagining every like horror person trope being like, "What was that? What was that actually?"
Maybe she was just cooking. You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kitchen
she's
knife.
trying
Celinox.
to look after the kids.
I'm making
It's-
sushi, dearie.
It's really hard to tell from recollection the intent of the person. You saw it for like a split second. It's hard to say you even saw anything at all. But you didn't notice the box on the floor until you saw her.
All right. Trish, you know anything about magic stuff?
Oh, absolutely not.
Ah, fantastic.
You are talking to exactly the wrong person.
Why do you ask?
Well, there wasn't a box on the ground, and then I thought I saw in the mirror a real creepy looking lass with a knife, and now there's a box on the ground, and I was just considering opening the box.
I understand the temptation, but I wouldn't. This place is weird. Everything I see, it gets worse. There's broken cribs. That's creepy, right? Ugh.
It
I
is
kinda wanna
creepy,
just get
but
out
like
again.
maybe, I mean, cribs, nurse, maybe
Chat.
the nun was looking out for him. Maybe she
Chat
was,
wants you to do this.
I can see that. I can see lots of people, but Trish said no.
But Trish said no.
So you think the thing you saw might have been nice? I saw a nice ghost once, actually, when I was in the fire plane, and I helped them, and it worked out good. You think it was a nice?
If the
thing
nun
you
wanted
saw
to
around?
attack you, it probably could have.
Well, I'm not
it
sure.
had a
but
knife.
I'm pretty curious about the box, to be honest.
You've got a long stick. As in Trish does.
Oh, Trish, you have a long stick in your hand.
You're right. Look, I'm gonna poke this thing. If there's anything good inside, we'll split it. All right?
Yeah, deal. I'm
Okay.
gonna get ready.
It's her gear.
I want to be clear, the box is like large enough to put a knife in.
Yeah, horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a jewelry box.
You don't know.
Put a
Sure,
knife
good.
in. What an interesting phrasing.
Yeah, exactly the
try-
size for a knife.
Hey, Chaotic Goblin, thank you very much for the follow. Like 8 movies that say don't open the box.
There are
Yeah.
so many movies that say don't open the box. We're gonna
Like,
open the box.
you could
Let's
fit
do
so
it.
many different things in this
Oh,
box. You could
God.
fit a knife, a disembodied hand.
We never learned from Pandora.
Yeah.
Do it. Do
Probably
it.
even put like a small rune that says Furus Ra in there. Any of these things.
Come
I'm gonna
on.
use the tip of my lance to try and flip the lid open.
Can I get a dex check, please?
I'm gonna use one of my inspirations to do it. Wait, no, I don't need
Ooh.
to. Do I?
You can after the fact.
GM's Workshop is raiding. Thank you, raiders. Good evening. How are you
Hey.
all? Rackham, thank you so much for the raid. Favorite raider modes up in chat, everybody. GM's Workshop are a bunch of bloody legends, as are Dungeons and Doctorates, who are the other raiders of this evening so far. Yeah, we appreciate the heck out of the raid. What were you guys doing? Was it world building this evening, or were you playing? GM's Workshop does D&D. Yes, potatoes in chat.
Haters.
15. Does not Trish still have advantage on dex checks because of her?
Oh yeah. Yep.
That's right. From
yeah.
my enhance ability.
Yes.
Slightly
16.
better.
Well, look,
That's good.
yeah. You managed to. There is a catch one of those sort of, it's a little protruding loop of metal, and then the thing that holds it tight is basically just a point that swings down and goes into the hole. You managed to knock that out. Just push that out with the tip of your lance very gingerly, and then lift the. Oh, of course. Oh, Tony gave me inspiration. What a bloody champion. Aw. Thank you, Tony.
Tony.
Excuse me, Tony. Tell me what's in the box.
And then you manage to flip the lid of the box. The interior of the box is red velvet and contains 2 items. A set of beads, like carved wooden beads, on would appear to be like, it looks like a necklace, but a really, really long one, and a knife. Celinox, it's the knife.
The knife?
Yes, the knife that the nun was holding.
Of the wife.
Ah, right, that knife.
Yeah, that knife.
I was really hoping for money, man. I blew all my cash on potions a few days ago.
Yeah, because nuns are known to be rich as fuck.
Yeah, famously
Yeah.
wealthy groups of people.
Well,
I mean,
We
depends. I
opened
think
the
Helvig
box.
would disagree.
I'm not sure that I want to touch the contents of the box, though.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a knife. I don't need another one.
Investigation check.
From both of us?
If you want. I'm not going to make either of you, but I suggest it.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, you are correct.
Celinox, again, you notice this. Okay. Celinox, you pass your eyes over it, and you see on the hilt of the weapon, it is not a normal dagger. It's not a normal knife. It is made of jade.
Oh, neat.
The blade is a carved jade blade. The
I love that
hilt-
it's a jade blade.
Yeah. You're welcome. The handle is very plain. It's wrapped in leather, and a simple wire for grip, but the pommel has a symbol on it that you recognize. It is the symbol of Altus, the Amaranthine of Strigg.
Oh.
The symbol is a vine-wrapped chalice from which clouds pour out and lightning sparks, like lightning shoots out. There's a couple of lightning bolts coming out of it.
Heck yeah.
All right, I'm going to take it as a sign. Oh, and Mugbork is there encouraging me to do bad things, which is always what happens. And if I get killed, it is your fault, Mugbork, as usual.
Noted.
I'm gonna...
Then it's... Yep.
Yeah.
So you're
I'm
going to
pick
pick
it
it up? Okay.
Yep, I'm going to pick it up.
Deeply appropriate. Mugbork, can I get a D100 in chat, please? Exclamation mark, roll space 100 in chat.
Ah!
Hang on, Josh. When you say the god Strigg, do you mean the god of Strigs?
Yes. The Strigg
Okay.
god. The Strigg
god.
Amaranthine.
Yeah.
Altus. Yeah. Mugbork, 57. Okay.
What does that mean?
You pick it
I don't know
up.
yet.
And it, you feel this friction of electricity, like a static, not a bad, just like a jolt, a little jolt, as you reach for it, and the metal of there is a small cross guard. It's not really, it's not a full-on Quillian hand protector situation, but there is a small cross guard. It is definitely a weapon. It's not. It could certainly be used as a weapon, but you suspect it's probably not its primary point. If you'll pardon the pun. But you do, as you hold it, you can see lightning, like electricity, crackle up the blade.
Nice.
All right. I'm going to turn back to the mirror and see if I can see anything in the mirror with it in my hand.
The beads are also carved with that same symbol.
Josh is like,
Well-
touch all the things.
No, I'm just saying. You turn and look in the mirror. You see the nun looking at the knife with an eyebrow raised. Then she fades.
Like,
You can insight
that-
it if you like,
is that yeah?
because you could
I
see
will.
her that time.
16.
You're supposed to take all of it.
Right. All right. Thanks. Thank you, ma'am.
Imagine
I'll
the
pick
nun
up.
being like,
She's just like, you can't have the knife unless you take the prayer beads too.
Okay, and then I'll pick up.
And
the
you would
prayer beads.
recognize them. They are prayer beads.
Yeah, and say
yeah.
a little like thanks to Altus and the nun.
Mm.
Not necessarily even out loud, but just
Yeah.
like
I figure Celinox is an Altus worshipper. Yeah.
Helvig's gonna have an aneurysm.
I don't think she's devout, but in a world
No,
where
no.
you know that gods exist,
Yeah.
paying homage to a particular one, particularly the one that is sort of that of your breed, isn't a bad thing. Yeah. Ro, you have a dagger that does lightning damage.
thank you.
Heck yeah.
It's not +1 or anything, but it is a magic dagger that does lightning damage. It's a 1d4 plus your strength mod.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Can I possibly interject with something real quick?
Very good, yes.
Because Smoothie doesn't have sending, and he's realizing that based on like the lack of kind of specifics that that things might go horribly wrong. So what I'm gonna do is like, do I have a fairly good idea of where I would have a fairly good idea of where Celinox was, right? Based on my flyby?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to turn to actually this is a good question, but I'll turn to Helvig as well and just kind of go like, I think we need to let Trish know that she needs to escape after the deed is done. The Abbot's coming down. He's coming down to the house. Once he does that, we're free and clear, and we should be able to let them go. But it can't happen now. Does
So you
it
need to
seem
just
like
bounce.
a place I can run to? Sorry, words. If I did a light jog or something like that, could I get up there, say within a minute?
So are you? Are you? I would say that the girls haven't quite caught up to you in timeline-wise.
Right. Okay. Cool.
But they're not far off it. They probably, if they could search, I don't know, one more room before they catch up with you. Your conversation with the Abbot wasn't super long. But yeah, you could literally run across the courtyard in 12 seconds. So it's only 100
For the
feet.
sake of brevity, I cast greater invisibility on myself and I dash towards.
So you
where we're
have
going.
presumably left the Abbot's presence.
Yeah.
He's just
This
standing
is
on the Abbot.
the side of the door.
Okay, cool.
This is.
So you've gone outside. Siegfried is outside. Basically, you're either with the Abbot or you're in a place where Siegfried is my point.
Can I find a place where?
Try and find a
neither of them
sneaky
are?
little maybe
Ideally.
you take the last case of
Oh, yeah.
wine
Good
downstairs.
idea. Mhm.
And mutter to Helvig to do something.
Yeah, everything I just said.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. So you're basically going to try and tell Trish to find her own way out later?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. Trish and Celinox can work out whatever way they want, as long as, yeah, I'll explain it when I get there. But I explained that to Helvig, and then I pop away.
Cool. You do that.
And I'll catch up with
Celinox
them
and Trish.
on DM Fiat.
Trish is gonna look at Celinox and say, "So, knife or beads? I don't mind, honestly.
Lol.
What do you want?"
You want the prayer beads? Yeah, they're prayer beads. You can find a use for prayer beads.
They're jade prayer beads, and
No, they wouldn't.
Well, I thought you said they were jade. Okay.
No, the knife is jade.
The knife is jade.
The prayer beads are carved wood.
How about
You never know what you could find a use for things for.
we
You could
stick with
garrote
the
someone with them.
50-50 and check behind another
Yeah,
door, hey?
Scratchcraft.
We said 50-50 about the box.
Well, can we at least get away from the really lovely nun before we talk about doing anything other than keeping her precious gifts?
What nun? What?
I'm gonna kind
She
of
did
like
mention the nun.
shuffle Trish out of the room and close the door.
And as you leave, you see the nun's image in the mirror one more time, like, the fuck? Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
You shuffle Trish out of the door.
Thank you, man.
I want to do an insight check to see if she's full of shit about this nun I haven't seen.
Nah, she just doesn't want to share, bro. You should hit her.
Going so well.
What do I think?
What a bitch.
I'm forming a first impression of Celinox.
Oh, amazing. I have to go with chaos. Yeah, Celinox is dead set trying to stiff you.
What?
Alright.
Here
That's what a nat 1 on insight is. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did you already use your inspiration, Trish? You could use it for that.
You could use it for that.
But you shan't.
Your call,
All right.
Trish. Your call.
I'll use my inspiration for this insight. Let's see if I can get a better first impression of her.
Good idea.
Chaos
8.
is pretty great. But
That's like 8 times
That's it.
better.
Yeah.
Celinox,
Objectively.
you could make a persuasion check.
all right.
No. No.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to pull these two apart when I reappear.
Yeah.
It's fine. Alright, let's keep searching, whatever.
If you really want one of them, could I borrow them to pray every now and then? And I'll hold out the wooden beads.
Just keep them, it's fine.
Well-
Minus 10 Trish reputation.
It's yeah. It's your pick on the door then. Door number 1 or door number 3?
Well, I've been through door number 1, so I guess door number 3.
No, you've been through door number 4, the other door.
Oh.
The other one.
Oh, sorry. the
Oh, you
fourth.
didn't even pick from one of
Can
three.
I ask
That's
which
hilarious.
one is the one Cloven came through?
The one Trish came through.
Oh, okay.
Door number
So
4.
there's 5 doors. Oh, 4.
No, there are 4 doors.
4 doors. All right.
One in one wall that everybody has come in through and gone out from so far, and then the 3 in the other wall, the middle one of which is where the nun was. Then there is 1 and 3.
I'm
And-
going to listen through door number 3. Listen. See if I can
Very
hear
well.
anything.
Vanished.
Make a perception check.
Perception.
It sounds like knives.
Ooh, nat 20. Trish, you're listening through number 1?
3.
Number-
I said
3. Cool. I love this. You hear the cawing of a raven, and it's like fluttering around. It sounds like it just landed on a windowsill. It doesn't appear to be anything else in there. You can't hear like people talking or anything moving around or anything like that. Just you can hear a raven.
oh, that's weird. I'm gonna listen through door number... the one that I did... number 1?
Yeah, sure.
Have a listen.
I'll let your perception check carry over. Your ears are perked up, and you're like, nothing.
Nothing.
Doesn't sound like anything in there.
Nothing or bird.
Yeah.
Let's go with... nothing.
Edgar Allan Poe came back from the grave to write that
Amazing.
poem. Nothing or
Or
bird.
bird.
Birds can
Not
be
his
ominous,
finest
I'm
work.
avoiding the bird.
He was finding it in that day.
Yeah. This is a 20 foot by 20 foot square room. It's tiled in white, or at least the tiles were white a while ago. They're now sort of dirty gray, creamy gray, like just not nice. There is, however, a blood-stained table in the middle of the otherwise empty room. On the walls, there are a couple of racks, but they are empty. You would imagine for implements and things. The table doesn't look like it was used super recently, but not nearly as not recently as everything else in this building so far that you have seen.
Well, I'm glad they didn't have time to get me on that.
Jesus. This sucks. Alright, let's see if we can find anything and get out of here.
Very well. Investigation check, please. Oh, yes, Trish. Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Trish.
Distracted by the blood, I'm like, oh, I don't want to look.
Yeah,
I find something worse.
you look under the table because there's really very little else place to hide stuff, and you hear a woman scream.
From where? Where do I hear it coming from?
The table.
Ugh.
Yeah, Sirenscape, feel free to play the sound whenever you want. There you go. And then more screams. And they seem to be fading. It's a different scream each time. It's a different person each time. And yeah, they seem to be getting quieter and quieter.
I want to feel for an invisible person on the table.
Oh.
They are the screams of different people as they died. The death scream of these people. Everybody who died on this table.
Can I can't hear this?
You don't at first. Make me a Arcana check. Or religion. Whichever is better.
They're both
2.
pretty rubbish.
Okay. Yeah. No, you do not hear it.
So I just see Trish like.
I mean, what does yeah? So you're looking for the source of the scream, but it is the table itself almost. The table is made of wood, and it looks to have absorbed a lot of blood, as in like over the years of use as an operating table.
Did you ever meet this Abbot guy? Because this place is clearly messed up. Some bad things have happened here. Did you ever meet the guy?
Not haven't had the pleasure yet, as far as I know. I haven't been awake for long, to be honest. He may have popped by.
Right. Well.
Shall we? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just want to get out of here. This place gives me the creeps.
Oh, well, may I quickly check door number 3 before we go?
Yep, yeah, that's fine.
Door number 3 it is.
You go and check door number 3, the best of the rooms. A raven perches on the windowsill of this otherwise completely empty morgue.
Empty morgue.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to investigate.
The room is completely empty, as in there is nothing in it.
Fantastic. But there's a raven in a window?
Standing on the windowsill.
Right. And so this window is open.
It doesn't have a glass.
So can I fit through it?
You could.
Yeah. And what's the drop like on the other side?
Similar deal, about 200 feet straight down.
Right. All right. So I'm hoping, Trish, that my rapier's not here. It might be with that backstabber Ruffles. But
Trish, you did see a staircase down to the lower floor as you came in. That office you came through, there was a staircase in it.
Okay, but we know there's more to this place.
I
feel like that's not new information. Okay.
No.
Good to know. Staircase there.
As in, it's indoors, so you could go downstairs without going outside, is the point I'm making.
Okay. Look, I didn't see anything, but I didn't exactly search the place. I kind of went straight for where you were.
Alright, so, options. I can come with you and try and get out the way you guys came in, or I could go out the window and meet you somewhere.
Okay, well, both options work for me. If you want to go out the window, we're staying with Anna and Dimitri. Do you know where they live?
Yeah, I've heard of them being in town.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, yeah, well, they're the people Smoothie's doing a favor for. We're probably gonna head back there, so if you want to meet us there.
Smoothie, you are moving stealthily, yes?
If I feel the need to, but I am aware I'm using greater invisibility because that's all I got, so it only lasts for a minute. So probably more a light jog than anything, but yes.
Sure. Make me a stealth check with advantage then. And Celinox and Trish, as you're having
to look a gift horse in the mouth, but if I'm sort of running, wouldn't that just be a straight roll? Because it would be with advantage, but I'm also kind of running. I don't mind. I'll take the advantage.
You're so far away from.
Oh right. Okay.
But
I was trying to be honest. That's all.
I'm guessing you are you would stealth near Siegfried, but when you get up to the, you would probably go the same way Trish did. It just makes sense to go the same way she did. So you would go up onto the battlements where no one is there. So a 15. Even the 13
if it feels
wasn't bad.
like if it feels like I'm running out of time, then I'll fly to make up the difference.
As Trish and Celinox, you are having this conversation, the Raven caws once and takes flight out the window.
That's not ideal.
And Smoothie, as you are sort of jogging along the battlements, a raven flies out of a window that you know isn't the one to the infirmary, and comes and sits on one of the scarecrows manning the battlement's shoulders.
He wouldn't have any idea about what.
Without context, it doesn't mean anything.
He'll just move past. Yep.
Yep. You jog on through. So, question: you were inside when Trish did the stealthing, so you do not know which door she went in. Would you go in the nearer door, or there are two doors into this building on the upper level, left or right? The right one would be the nearer door.
Right. I just rolled a die. I don't, unless I have any context, then that one.
Helvig.
Oh, so.
What are you doing? Smoothie has told you he's going on a secret mission just tell Trish something. Trish and Celinox are bickering over fun bits and pieces, or they're not really. They're being quite nice about it. Trish is fundamentally an okay person. What are you doing, Helvig?
Smoothie just put the last crate of wine down, right, to get some cover for greater visibility.
Yep.
So I guess I just wordlessly, and grumpily, come out of the Abbot's place and then sit in cart.
Sure.
Just prepare for the escape, maybe, because if I go, it's gonna be sus and it'll be too many cooks in the kitchen. I'll just keep trying to contact Pier 2.
Knowing where he is, do you want to go closer?
Sure.
You could just go for a casual stroll.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
I just
make me a deception with advantage.
Yeah, for my enhanced ability.
Yeah. Unless you want to use, unless you can think of a better thing to do, I put this to you.
No, it's deception. As much as intimidation is my best charisma skill.
Yeah.
I'm just pacing. I'm not
unless you had better performance,
saying,
possibly.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh, and
24 is good though. Nat 20. Yeah. You just straight up just go for a casual wander around the grounds like you haven't been up here. They know you haven't been up here. You are very distinct. They would know that you haven't, so you're just like, I'm just going to check out this nice place. It seems quite nice. As you get sort of to the far end of the courtyard, you would notice the right-hand door on the upper level open a crack and then close again. Smoothie, you are inside room number 19, which is Yeah, long ago, the Abbey employed guards to defend its walls, and they were quartered in here. This is the barracks. Bunk beds that have disintegrated with age lie in heaps along the walls of this moldy 30-foot square room. Basically, there are 3 beds that could be used in here, but none of them are. Now, there is seating on one of these piles, really, not really a true bed itself, is a woman.
Okay.
She is in the dress of a Vistani. She is not, however, a Terran. She is a... She's a Jerbeen. You would know that Jerbeens are not... It's not unheard of, but most Vistani are Terran.
Typically.
Yeah. But there are some Terran... There are some Vistani that are Jerbeens. And she's definitely dressed as a Vistani. And she would look up as the door opens, but cannot see anybody.
Yeah.
She is... The clothing is quite... Think Romani, gypsy, for those of you who... Yeah. She has a... she's dressed in darks, like blacks, greys, dark reds. She has a dark red cloak, a corset, a brown corset, and she is leaning a rapier. You also notice it is sized for a Jerbeen.
Oh.
And you don't know that Celinox is looking for a rapier, but this is not Celinox.
Well, if she's got Celinox's rapier, I'd just do... Okay,
you would recognize Celinox's rapier as well.
Yes, exactly. So what I'm going to do, for the sake of brevity, because
Jack, it's important. There is a perception check to be made, please.
Oh, God. All right. $15.
In a bandolier across her chest, she has 3 wooden stakes.
I don't know what to do with that information.
You would have no more than 20 seconds left on your...
That's why I was trying to rush it. I'm just like, I love all this description, but he wouldn't have time, so he'd probably just open the door, go, cool, and then close the door and try and find the other door. Or just leave it open, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
She, Lonely Stoner. Lonely Stoner does live in Alaska, so that kind of makes sense. Lonely Stoner, would you do me the favor of rolling 1d2 in chat? Highs, she follows Smoothie. Lows, she does not. She investigates, basically. Exclamation mark, roll, space, the number 2.
Is this stress?
She noticed me?
She noticed the door open twice. Roll, exclamation mark, roll, space, 2.
Like this, without
like
the...
that. Without the quotation marks. A 2. I said she follows, didn't I? She curiously gets up and paces to the door. She is being stealthy, or rather, she is moving quietly, and she has her blade ready for use, but not in an aggressive posture.
I'm just going with the first instinct because he wouldn't have time. He's just going to cast sleep, and that's all he can do. He doesn't have time to have a conversation if the thing runs out and he's visible.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Sure, go for it.
Okay, so that's how many d8s? 90 feet, 5d8. additional 2d8 per, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
I happen to open it to exactly the right page. Genuinely was not expecting you to...
35.
Her eyes flicker a little. Oh, I
Okay.
apologize. There is one other detail I do want to give you because it's dope. She has a wooden leg.
Oh.
That is pretty cool.
It's carved like a shoe. It's carved to look like her other boot. But it's sort of hollow a bit. Like, it's... The leg part is skeletal almost. But the boot part, where the boot is, matches her other boot. And it's quite ornately inscribed. It's inlaid with gold a bit. It's fancy. She has a hand axe in a belt loop, but she's only wielding the rapier. Her eyes flutter just slightly,
Yeah, it
but
doesn't
she
work.
does not fall unconscious. And she says, "Okay, nice try. Who's there? I don't want to hurt anyone, but I don't want the abbot to know I'm here." In fact, no, she would say, I don't want that mad abbot to know I'm here.
You're just gone.
I don't have time now, so I'll just close the door and just 5, 4, 3, 2. Whoop.
Hello.
Hi.
And you are?
My name's Smoothie. I'm here to rescue my friend, and you're...
I am Esmeralda de Vernier.
Do I know that name?
Make me a history check.
-2. Actually, not bad. 11. For a -2, it's not bad, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's a Vistani name.
Yeah.
But... Yeah. Yeah, you don't know her specifically.
Okay, Esmeralda. It's nice to meet you, but you don't want to be seen either? You're not meant to be here?
The abbot knows I'm here, but what he is trying to do is foul.
You mean
And it won't
with
work, quite aside
the-
from anything else. Yes, the golem
Build-A-Breath?
thing, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know.
You're a priest?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kato Sullivan, what did he call the other leg?
That's...
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's what she was setting up.
Okay. Respectfully, I don't have a lot of time because I've known my
Your
other
f-
friend for
your friend.
about
Yes.
6 hours, and she seems a little bit quick on the draw. So, I gotta. But you're under his employ. What do you want to do? Maybe we could. Maybe
Under his employ?
you're me. No, I'm not. You seem to be.
Whose employ? I
Um,
don't work for anyone.
Sorry. So, well, you said you're cleaning his stuff, and he said you knows you're here. Are you?
The abbot knows I am here. I'm not cleaning his stuff. This is mine.
Okay.
She's only about your height as well. You're having this sort of eye to eye. And
That's
she
nice.
says,
Yep.
I am here as a place to lie low. My last hunt went well.
I see. Okay. I get the feeling that we should have a conversation in less awful circumstances. Do you know where the Burgermeister lives?
Yes, I do.
I'm going to be there in a couple of hours, and hopefully I will get to have my cake and eat it too, but I've really got to go. It was lovely meeting you, especially someone of my culture, so.
Oh, you are Vistani?
Mm-hmm.
You should be aware I am banished.
I guess so am I. So, we have something in common.
Then it is a pleasure. Smoothie.
Should I expect you later on? Should we put on
Perhaps
stew?
not at the Burgermeister's.
Okay.
Maybe I could buy you a drink at the inn.
Tonight?
Your friends as well, I would be keen to meet.
I'll let them know. Thank you. Gotta go.
Of course.
Nice to meet you. And I guess I'm gonna
Hold on.
Hold on.
He
I'm
kills
holding.
you.
And then she stabs you in the back.
I mean,
Do it.
No. Esmeralda's cool. She has a thing. Does she? There she is.
pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was
Can
disappointed,
greater
to
invisibility
be honest.
greater invisibility can be cast on somebody else, right?
Indeed, yep.
She casts greater invisibility on you.
Pog.
Go, you have 1 minute.
What a hog! What a nice lady. I like her.
And I think we might have a short break there.
Oh my god.
What a cool lady!
I didn't know if you were going to meet her. Trish guessed wrong, so she got Trish guessed right. And found Celinox, but yeah, cool. All right, well, we'll go for a quick breaklet there, everybody, and we'll be back in 5 to 10, probably 5. I'm aiming more for 5 than 10. To continue this, and yeah, you've met Esmeralda de Venia.
I love it. She's my best friend now.
Alrighty, let's take a little breaklet. We'll be back shortly. See you later, guys. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Vast and ahoy and g'day, mateys. We be back for more Humblewood. Thank you to our raiders as well, and thanks so many of you for sticking around. Trish, Celinox, what you doing?
Just the crow, the raven, can we still see it from the window?
No, it has flown away.
So it's flown around the battlements. Yeah. All right. Is there any stuff that I would know from my time in the world about ravens, or?
Well, I mean, raven folk are a thing. Corvum are a thing. Ravens, birds. Make me a... What would it be? You're looking to learn more sort of myths or magic or...
Yeah, in terms of... Because obviously Corvums as opposed to a raven...
yeah.
Whether a raven could be sentient or whether I just think all of them are, or... Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, history then. Or
That's
nature, if it's
my...
better. Nice, okay. History of 15 is good. There is some legends, some stories about them being portents of bad luck, bearers of curses. They're quite avaricious creatures. They steal shiny baubles and keeping them in their nests, stuff like that, magpies and the like. But nothing specific, and sentient ravens... Not that you've heard of. That would be a Corvum, and they'd be a lot bigger.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. There's a book I'm reading at the moment which had me very stressed out, but that's okay.
In other worlds, there are were-ravens.
So I was kind of heading towards the window, but I'm gonna turn back and be like, but if I go out the window, Trish, I won't see you till later. Are you guys all good to get out? That Smoothie, is he okay? Is he here?
Yeah, Smoothie was negotiating with the Abbot. We're trying to get him to revive someone. I don't know. We were going to meet up back at the card, I think.
You left him in a room with the guy who has those 2 rooms that we just went in. We're in a morgue, Trish. You left Smoothie with that guy.
It was Smoothie's plan.
Yeah, he's like a kid.
We couldn't just all come. We'd have been spotted.
Oh, I'm going to climb back out of the window and start marching towards the door.
Love it. I love it. And yeah. Dan.
Hello, I am here.
Helvig, as you take your stroll around the courtyard, you see the door. Well, first of all, you come back into contact with Pierre. Pierre, who's been hanging out on Trish's shoulder the whole time, and it was a bit. Actually, I will retcon something. He was freaked out as fuck about the screaming.
Oh no,
the screaming table. He did not like that. He took cover inside your outfit, Trish.
I would have give him a little pet and tried to console him.
Helvig, as soon as you come back into contact, you hear beer, dude.
Oh, hello.
Beer, dude.
All right, you first.
Beer screams.
Good ones?
Beer, no.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you okay?
Beer.
Is Trish okay?
Gad.
Oh my lord.
Oh.
Someone domesticated a mimic?
No.
Oh lord. Yeah. Could very well be.
Alright, well, I'm here. Now that we're in contact again.
Here. You come?
I don't know. I kind of eye the person, the Sigfrak.
Sigfrak?
What's she
Sigfrak
doing?
is just your deception check was very good, so she basically just ignored you. She basically just watched you go for a pace around and just does just shrugs, just you guys can be here, I guess. The Abbot hasn't kicked you out, whatever. She doesn't seem to care.
I'm kind of by the cart, which I assume we need to leave anyway.
No, you're on the far side of the courtyard now.
Yeah, but I'm pacing the area.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of staying here because I know I get peer reception for a moment.
Yeah.
Only maybe pretending to take a nap, even though I'm a robot.
You do witness the door that Smoothie. Well, the door that opened and then closed again, opens again, and closes again, and Smoothie, you are probably walking quite quickly, but still stealthily, I imagine.
To the best of my ability, yeah.
And then the other door on the second floor opens and closes.
Wow, the wind here is devastating. So people bolt the door anyway. Pierre, I think Smoothie's coming. I don't know how you can tell Trish that. And can I just watch through your eyes for maybe a few moments just to see what's happening?
Yeah, you can. He would be. Where would Trish be?
We're still in the morgue, aren't we?
Yeah.
Unless Celinox is left, and then I'm gonna follow Celinox.
I mean, there is a fair amount of stains on the floor, so blood stains on the floor and stuff like that, but it's empty room. So Helvig, you see the shoulder, just like you're looking over Trish's shoulder, of the inside of the morgue, and then you turn and you see a Strig woman in battle armor.
Oh, just mentally through our convo with Pierre. I'm like, is that Celinox?
Here, yes.
Oh,
Well, no. Here, think so.
okay. Well, that's good
To
that
be
you found it.
confirmed.
Trish,
is
you
our
can
new
hear every now and again Pierre is going, Pierre. Here. Here. Here.
Are you okay, buddy?
Here.
What's going
Here.
on?
And then he turns to you, and Helvig, you hear, yes. As Pierre says, Pierre. Then he says, Pierre.
I just
And you
keep
hear
quiet, obviously. 'cause
Helvig
I'm-
comes.
I just start walking. I'm like, well, now that Pierre said that, I guess I have to go. Just
Pierre seems
casually.
happy. All you can understand is his own name. You don't know what he's saying.
Yeah,
Seems happy, so it's probably fine.
I start
Pierre.
to wonder, but I walk like I own the place.
Very well.
With conviction, just so
yeah.
that people aren't sus.
Yeah, there is a doorway on the lower floor, or you can go upstairs.
The lower floor.
Okay.
I check at the lower. I mean, that seems like the more obvious thing. It didn't look like Pierre was elevated. Are you at the first floor?
He was on the first floor, but he's like, here, up.
Okay. I'll start making my way up.
Do you go up or do you go in and up?
In and up.
In and up. Splendid.
I don't like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm
in
just
and
gonna go quickly to Smoothie. Smoothie, you go in through this room. There is a door. You go through. You find yourself in the ruined study that Trish went through before. I would say once you come in here, you can hear Celinox and Trish talking from about 60 feet ahead of you. There is a staircase that you go past to your right as you go through, but there is an open door on the far side that you can hear Celinox's voice through. She's saying something about how Smoothie is a kid.
What?
You are invisible, however.
Yeah, I know. So I'm just gonna attempt to sneak up behind her.
Stealth check and Celinox perception check.
Oh, I just beat you.
Oh.
Oh, I was like, nat 20, got it. No.
Unfortunately, it is an ability check, so nat 20 doesn't count. But still, very good. I'm gonna say you hear him, like you get there and you just feel the sense of something behind you just before he reveals himself.
Who you calling a kid?
Good to, and I turn around, but I can't see him, and I'm like, "Here, you kid."
And then he pops back in because
yeah. I'll just pop back in. Hi.
Nice to see you, mate. I'll give him like a clap on the shoulder.
and he goes flying across the room.
Yeah.
A gentle clap.
Yeah. Still
Here.
enough to send me half a step. Hey, buddy.
Helvig, you hear Smoothie.
Yeah, but I gathered
Yeah.
that. I gotta hide up inside. I'm like, I could tell he's saying hello. Okay. So, we it's so good to see you. We've got good news. The Abbot's down. Not only is the Abbot down, he's going to come down, which apparently he doesn't normally do. So that's going to be the perfect opportunity for you, Celinox, to get out. So
The Abbot is what?
He's
Down
coming
for
down
what?
to the. Sorry, he's coming down to the Krezk's house, to the Krezkovs. Yeah. And
Why would you want him in there? In
yeah,
the house?
I don't. I want him nowhere near me, but he is stronger than me at the moment, and I promised a family that I would try and bring their son back. They all died, Celinox. All their kids died, and he can bring one back. And I made sure I crossed the I's and dotted the T's. He can't do anything. He can't do anything Jack wants to swear, but Smoothie wouldn't. So anything naughty, it's impossible. So, but the thing is, if he knows that we broke you out, he's not going to do it, right?
Well, you didn't break me out. I broke myself out.
That's exactly right. That's exactly how we're going to do it. But we're going to make it easier for you before we go. But you break yourself out in a couple of hours, okay?
But I have to stay for another couple of hours. Why can't I break out right now?
Because we're the only people that are new here, and they're going to think that we did it.
I'm going to pause you right there. Pause you right there.
Pause.
Helvig, you go inside.
Oh, good. Yep, I own the place. Oh,
You
cool.
do.
I'm glad we found each
And
other. I think to
I'm
myself.
gonna say that you wait until you just watch Siegfried just casually until she's not looking directly at you, and you just go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With confidence, though.
Yeah, very much with confidence. Absolutely with confidence.
Yeah.
You find yourself this room used to be an office, as evidenced by the remains of a desk and a chair, both of which have been smashed to pieces. The hallway to the south leads to a staircase going up. A dark passage to the east is full of unnatural whispers, mad laughter, and bestial odors.
Oh dear.
No.
Wow.
No.
I
No.
should probably regroup first. I make a note of it. Is there signs of, I'm not going to be good at this, but is there a sign of like very recent passage?
Survival? Or perception if you want.
Oh, apparently I am trained in it. I will use my inspiration because goddamn. Please. 11.
Wow. How passage you mean like by something alive?
That's right.
Yeah. You would guess probably within the last... It does look like a well-used area. That's basically all an 11 gets you. However, you do hear something coming towards you.
I hate it.
How close does it sound? But I literally just came through the door, right?
Well, yeah. You came in through the door. You would have to... You've come through the door and then turned a corner, basically. You can still see the door, but, yeah. To know that there is a staircase in here, you have to go around a corner, and it's actually around another corner. Yeah, in here you can... There is... can I get a perception check as well, please?
God.
You can smell... I mean, there's a lot of smells down here. Quite a bit of waste. Decaying food. And something else, a bit sickly sweet.
Like death?
Yeah, not unlike death.
Oh.
And with a 16, you can hear the slapping of bare feet on the ground.
Nice.
The stairs. Do I see the stairs from where I'm at?
Yes, you would have to go around a corner, but yeah, you can see the first two rungs of the staircase. You'd have to go around the corner to get to them, but yeah, there is a banisters, basically. You can see them, but you'd have to go around.
You said that I could, from when I was outside, I could go up from the outside to the second floor, or inside, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay. I check in with, because we're doing concurrent timelines. I check in with Peer to see if they have decided now that Celinox is not gonna be free for 2 hours or something.
So you asking him, or are you looking through his eyes?
Asking him telepathically.
Okay, cool.
What's happening up there? Because, boy, do I need to hold this guy here? Is what I'm thinking.
Right.
There's a thing.
Yeah. Do you say exactly that? Do I need to hold this guy here? There's a dude, there's a thing.
Whatever I said.
Smoothie, very well. Yeah, cool. Pia says, Pia stays. Pia, thing? And Trish, you hear, Pia.
Do I get just like a confused vibe from him?
He looks like he's like prickling up again, like a cat that's threatened. Here.
Smoothie, where's Helvig?
I left him by the cart.
Here, he's downstairs. Helvig hears.
Poor guy. Dude.
Can I try to because like presumably hang on, here's a question. Does Pia know that we can't understand him, or does he assume that we can understand him like Helvig understands him? My question is he attempting to mime when things are important? Or does he think like we're all idiots that just like don't understand him most of the time?
Insight. You don't know this creature very well.
23.
I don't know, Helvig. What do you reckon?
Josh, that's like, Josh, you've made many decisions for Pierre.
Fair. All right. Then I would
canonical in the process.
My vibe on this is Pierre is aware that no one understands him, and it doesn't stop him from talking.
Very well.
But my question is, does he try and give visual aid, or is
No,
he just assuming?
I don't think so.
Okay. So do I?
I don't think he is overly concerned. You are getting that he is getting head up.
Okay, then unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to do the lassie things. Like, what is it, boy, girl? Where is he?
Yeah.
Where? You're gonna have to meet me halfway, Pierre. I can't understand what you're saying. Point
Smoothie,
up or down
Smoothie.
or with your head.
Smoothie.
Yes,
What
that's
has
my name.
changed? Why are you here? Did the plan change? Has something happened?
No, nothing's happened. I
Helvig.
was just worried because
This is
Oh.
gonna.
Wait,
This is
hang on.
no.
Why are you here?
Because something happens.
Okay, oh sorry.
You hear a much louder roar. Helvig, you see it and hear it a lot closer, because you are trying to have this conversation with Pierre, presumably where you were.
I'm like on the phone, like, can you just hold on a second with the
and
roar?
you see
Honestly.
stumbling
I'm trying to talk
out
to my
of this darkened corridor ahead of you to your left. Shambles this thing. It is how best to describe. One leg is a servant's leg. Another is that of a corvum. The torso is mostly feathered, but has got some patches of fur on it. One arm is a bird's wing. The other, tipped with claws, with a clawed hand though. The other is a really beefy Vulpin arm. The face is... It's a bird folk's skull, but it's mostly humble folk fur on it. The eyes don't match, and there are teeth in the beak. As it shambles out and reaches for you, I'm going to ask you for an initiative.
Sick.
And yeah,
Initiative for some diplomacy. Let's go.
The three of you guys all hear this roar, and Smoothie here looks at you and goes, "Here!" and points his head downstairs, like pretty much directly below you.
Josh, is this a roar different to roars because I've heard lots of roars
Yeah.
while I've been in there? This is very
Yeah.
different.
The rest of them were clearly produced by sort of roughly human, roughly your sized creatures. This one is lower and more of a. The rest of them are like moans, whimpers. Very few of them sound angry. This one is a roar of fury.
Well, I've been here for a while, and that's not good.
Okay.
Tina, take us to Helvig.
Here, we will. 19 is pretty good. 12 does not beat it. So, Helvig, this thing is in melee with you. It is standing next to you. It gets to you, but you get to go first.
Go. First of all, I saw weird creatures already here, as in terms of like Zikrak and that, and
Yeah.
Otto.
The stitching is very obvious.
So I'm gonna first assume I'm not just gonna start blasting. Maybe this is one big misunderstanding.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say, sorry, I got lost. Is this the place? Oh god, I think I lost my friends around. Is there a toilet around here? I say as
So,
fucking
you are
robot.
trying to persuade it?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
maybe it'll just like, oh shit, sorry man. I literally just came through the door.
Yeah. Even in the gloom, you can make out a monstrous shape lumbering down the hall. In the darkness, no longer hides its true nature. Your eyes rest on a terrifying 7-foot-tall assemblage of body parts. Is what the book says.
That's pretty cool.
It's quite upsetting.
I know exactly what this is, and
yeah.
I hate it.
Gralem, thank you very much for the follow.
I don't want to do anything.
So
Too
yeah,
crazy.
you do that, and it in response. You want to roll me that persuasion?
Certainly. I still have my enhanced ability, poggers.
Yeah, boy.
18.
18. Yeah. It roars. Do you have anything else you want to do?
How much of my turn did that take up?
You have it. You can talk as a free action. So.
Cool. Well.
It'll respond on its turn.
Get out of there!
Well, I don't want to do anything completely out of left field. So I'm just gonna take a dodge action.
Sensible.
Yeah, and then nothing else. Like, no,
Okay.
I have no weapons. I'm just talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretend I'm not a spellcaster of any kind that doesn't really need weapons on their hands.
Yeah. Yeah. This thing roars at you, and it is going to make a couple of attacks because you cannot convince it to not. Fortunately, you have. So
that's
you have.
okay.
It has disadvantage because you're dodging.
That's right.
Okay. Oh, that was. It was a 19, and it rolled off it onto a 1. So that's a nat 1 on the first. However, yes. However, the second is a 19 with its additions. Yes?
Yeah, that hits me. Yes.
So the first arm, the beefy Vulpin arm, swings club-like down at you, Helvig, and you duck under it, like, wait. And then the claw, the bird claw, swings up and scratches across your stomach, dealing 2d8. 2d8 bludgeoning damage. 6 plus 4. 10 bludgeoning damage to
Wow.
Helvig's tummy. And that is its turn. I will happily let the rest of you roll initiative now, if you like.
Um,
You can hear
Yeah.
this. You probably heard You could definitely, like, Pierre has pointed you downstairs.
Okay.
Smoothie, mate, do you want... I mean, I'm coming to help, yeah?
Okay, I'm gonna...
I am already running. Boots are
Yeah,
super
Trish, yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
land,
I'll look at you and I just go, if you do, then we can help our friends. So if you're gonna do it, just be smart about it, okay? I don't think you should be seen with us right now. But do what you gotta do, okay?
All right, I don't know you. And then I'm gonna run into battle as well, but like, I don't know these people.
Celinox also got a 15, and so Trish would go first of the two of them, and Smoothie got a 16. So, Helvig,
enhanced
it is
ability.
yours
I saw it.
first.
Wow.
No. Smoothie is the S. There we go. Cool, so it is Helvig, Smoothie, Trish, Celinox, then the Thing.
The Thing.
The Thing.
Alright. Paint me a landscape picture. Where am I at? Can I get through the door?
You are in
Is
a
it blocking
10-foot
me?
wide corridor. There is a corridor. That you are in that runs beside a staircase. The banisters. You can see the staircase. You can see up. Running. Not. What's the opposite of parallel? Perpendicular to this. Is another corridor. This is where that creature came from. You are at the junction of those two. So it's a T-junction, and you are there at the T-junction. Back and around the corner where you came is the door to the outside. About 20 feet away from you.
And is it, like, blocking me from getting to the door?
Nope. It is only blocking you from going down the corridor it came from.
Oh. Is in melee?
Yes.
As in, like, 5 feet from me?
Yes, it is. Right there.
I don't want to hurt you, man.
It does not share that sentiment.
Not after the story. Well, I mean, if you throw it, then you should be able to also take it. That's just the rules of nature.
Valid. Valid.
Okay. I don't want to disengage, so I'm gonna gamble. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at it point blank.
Nice. This thing is not wearing armor. It seems pretty slow and clunky. Make me that
Cool.
attack.
Hopefully, I have
With disadvantage, but still.
Yep. This is the first attack. Please. 17.
A 17 does hit.
Cool. Oh. 14 points of force damage. And I have Repelling Blast now, so I knock thing back 10 feet.
Very well. Force
Down
damage,
into
14
the corridor
points.
where he came from.
Aha. Now, this is forced movement, so doesn't incur. But, yes.
So the second one wouldn't have disadvantage because now he's not in melee.
Ooh, yes.
It's natural one anyway.
Oof.
It's fine. It did what I needed it to do. So now I should be able to get to the door now without getting
yep.
snapped.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have 5 feet left after getting to the door, so I'll just walk out or try to.
Yeah, you walk out of the door. And you can close the door as your bonus action if you like.
I loudly just say, oops, that's not the outhouse.
You do
That's
that.
not the outhouse.
Everybody else, you can hear, Trish, you would know what Helvig's Eldritch Blast sound like downstairs.
Ooh, I forgot to say. I was so like the stratagems. As he doesn't really notice the change in how the Eldritch Blast looks, because he's like, I just need that guy away, and then to the door I go. But out comes much like a gymnast's ribbon, like a thread that kind of like loops in a spiral towards the. I'm just gonna call it like abomination because this is makeshift body parts, and then as they kind of hit it, they kind of spring back from the coil, and that's like what pushes him back.
I love it. Very, very cool. Yeah, dope. You do that, and you leave. It is Smoothie's turn.
Can I hear the door close?
Make a perception check.
Advantage on hearing.
Well, I would say no, not advantage.
Is it not?
Well, because technically speaking, in combat, making a check is an action. I would be letting you do this for free, but I would be without
right,
your.
Okay, don't worry about it then. I think he's just panicking. Disregard. So, okay, I'm going to tap Celinox as reassuringly as I can on the elbow, and then I'm going to, if I can reach the upper wing door where I know Esmeralda was, would I be able to get to that door?
Oh, it's quite a ways.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's...
if I dash?
If you dash, but you'd have to go outside to get there.
Wouldn't I be going outside anyway to get to...
No, the staircase is internal. There is an internal staircase that you can hear down the stuff is coming from. You went past the staircase, so you went in through the second door. I gave you the two choices. You found Esmeralda through the right. You then went through the left. Past, as you went in, on the inside, there's a staircase going down.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm just gonna look at Celinox then, and I'm just gonna go outside in the other door. There's a friend. Her name is Esmeralda. Ask her to help you. Okay? We got this. We'll see you in a few hours. And I'm gonna run, and we'll see what happens. I will use my action to dash and cast Spiritual Weapon with my bonus action. That's my turn.
So you run down the stairs?
The most direct path to Helvig, yes.
You use your action to dash. You would get to the bottom of the stairs, and you would then be able to see this creature. It is about 15. It's 10 feet from you, diagonally, and it is this huge agglomeration of body parts. And you cast Spiritual Weapon on it.
It's clearly aggressive, right? Like there's like
it is a little bit down the corridor because Helvig pushed it 10 feet back. But yeah, it is clearly just reeling from and you might it is clearly reeling from being shot in the chest.
Okay.
There is gore leaking from a couple of holes in its chest.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna kind of actually, can I retract the Spiritual Weapon if I can talk a little bit more and just kind of like call for the Abbot and go like control your beast or something like that? Could I do that, or is it too late?
Anne?
Yeah,
you want to bring the Abbot to this building.
Well, they're gonna hear it one way or another. It's already roared, hasn't it?
You're inside, doors are closed. That thing.
Right. Okay. If it feels like I can subtly take care of it, then yeah, sure, I will. I'll do that. Then let's just keep the Spiritual Weapon.
Probably have a better
information, and I have no map, guys. There's no map.
That's true.
So yeah.
You're quite a ways from the Abbot. You are about 150 feet and a different building, quite a ways. There is a lot of screaming down here.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Aaron.
Yeah. The roar gave me the impression all bets were off.
I
did all that shit.
No,
Okay. In that case, my turn makes 0 sense, but let's go with it. Spiritual Weapon.
It's also why I left, so being like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Spiritual.
Oh no! If you want to, with that information, if you want to not run downstairs, that's fine.
No, it's too complicated, and I feel like I'm dragging stuff down. So let's just do this. on a hit. Sorry,
I'm
melee
waiting to
spell
see-
attack.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if it follows
sorry.
me out the door.
Oh,
It
GM's
is
Workshop, it is, yeah, you are very welcome. It's going extremely well. A flesh golem is about to kill the squishy cleric.
No!
Yeah, just lost aggro on it. Dude.
Yeah. Here's a weapon. 21 does
Guys,
hit.
I just said I have limited information. Give me a bunch.
No, you're totally fine. 11 points of radiant?
I believe so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. That
That's my
works.
turn.
Very nice. It does not like that at all, and sort of slashes at the air around itself. It's Trish's turn, with
Alright.
Celinox on deck. Smoothie just ran past you.
Well, I had my speedy boots on, so I'm getting my butt down there.
You did actually say you'd gone, so yeah. You were probably already halfway there. Smoothie overtook you to get down the stairs, but you can get past him. You with your speedy boots on, you could definitely make it into melee with this thing if you wanted to.
I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to Barbarian Rage because I'm not happy. And I'm gonna stab the crap out of it with my lance.
You said you activated your speedy boots prior to this, didn't you?
Yeah, but does that count as this turn?
Well, that's what I'm trying to establish. I think you said you use your
Yeah,
speedy boots.
As
prior.
soon as I heard the scream, I
Yeah.
was like, speedy boots gone.
Yeah. Cool. 20. Yes, you would hit with your lance. Yeah.
Wonderful. 1d8.
I feel like I might have made a mistake, and we're so sorry, everybody.
Nah, all
And
good.
two
If you
plus-
die,
Sneak
it
damage?
is.
I believe so. Yeah. Because you don't have disadvantage, and you're alone. The 9
was,
plus 2.
Plus 4, right? My lance is d8 plus 4.
It is your dex mod plus 5 fire damage, I think, or 2 fire damage or something, because of your rage. Your rage damage is fiery.
Gotcha. Yep.
Yeah. So 2 plus 11, 15, 17. 2 of which is fiery.
Wonderful. I stab
Love
the
it.
crap out of it, and then I scoot back.
You do that. It is. Oh, it does not like that at all. And Trish, it roars as the flaming blade cleaves into it. Pick a limb.
Oh lord.
Left arm.
Left arm. That's the
Oh, pick a limb.
beefy Vulpin one. You sort of take it off, and the stump sort of ignites, and it.
You cut the left arm off. You cut.
Yep.
What you get for attacking my friend?
All right, we'll call it a draw. You don't even know that.
Yeah, I'm not there anymore.
Here is now right there on your shoulder. Here, and Helvig, you hear? Oh shit!
Yeah. Against the door, I'm like, yep. Yeah. Wait.
Actually, no. What he would
Well,
say
no.
is, here thing.
I think you are seeing it. Fuck, you're seeing it. That means Trish is there.
Here.
Anyway, it's not my turn. That's what I'm thinking during Trish's
Flaming
turn.
dismemberment. Hashtag flaming dismemberment. Yes.
Oh.
Omi. It is Celinox's turn.
All right. I'm going to consider what Smoothie said for a second and then head for the stairs.
And then ignore him.
Is the stairs like, is it a straight stairway or is
Yes,
it
it is a straight line staircase with banisters, so you could jump over the banister if you want.
Yes, wait.
The corridor
And
is 10 feet, and you could glide. If you're prepared to use your full movement, you could get to melee, I will say.
All right. So if I use glide, my full movement would get me to melee.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna jump.
Oh
up
shit! No, you can't glide. Sorry, you're wearing
I can.
heavy armor, or can Streak
Yes, I
do
can.
that? Oh,
I've
Streak
got
can.
a
huh?
feat. I've got a feat that's heavy glider.
Right. Carry on then.
So yeah,
Go
otherwise I
heavy
would.
glider.
So I can. I've got 60 feet per round. So if I jump up on the battlements, can I see the creature?
Yes.
All right.
You are inside. You're not on the battlements. You can jump over the banister. Sorry, the I don't even know if Aussies know what banisters are. No one here has stairs in their house.
We're
We all
aware
live
of stairs.
Yeah,
You know what
stairs
stairs
exist.
are.
the railing alongside.
Yeah.
It's
Alright,
it's
and
not a
if-
word I've had to use in nearly a decade because I've lived
Have
in
the
Australia for a
Australian
long time.
peasants heard of banisters before?
Do you know what a banister is, little boy?
No.
And I'm assuming the creature is large.
Actually, no. Technically, it's medium. It's very big medium, but it is technically a medium construct.
All right. So this says hostile creature that is large or smaller.
Yep, so technically this would count.
Okay, wicked. Cool. So I'm gonna look over, see everything that's kind of happening, and then jump off the banister and glide. And when I get to the creature, I'm going to hit it, and we need to do a opposed strength check.
Ooh, what's this? What's happening?
So this is part of my heavy glider feat.
Oh, cool.
So if I land in a space occupied by a hostile creature, we roll an opposed strength check, and it will knock them prone if they lose, or otherwise I just land next to them.
I am going to use my advantage that Tony gave me to on this check, but yes.
Thanks, Tony.
And so on this one, I'd roll a strength, not a saving throw, right?
Yes, it's not a save. It's an opposed check.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think I'm rolling the right thing then.
Yep,
Oh, sugar. Can I use my inspiration?
you may.
Not sure that it will make much difference.
Tony just
Speaking-
redeemed another.
There we go.
Yeah, that. So what are you trying to do to it? What happens? You succeed.
I succeed?
I rolled a nat 1.
All right. So on a success, I push them 10 feet away and knock them prone with the force of my impact.
It is
Did you roll
not
double
prone.
that one, Josh?
No. If the golem takes fire damage, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the end of its next turn. I used my advantage to bring it up to a flat, and then I rolled a nat 1.
Haha.
How convenient.
So Celinox just kind of like jets in, is like
Boom!
bang, and then it like.
I'm liking to
falls.
imagine this with your feet as well. The claws come out and smack it in the chest. Yeah.
So cool.
Very
and then
cool.
I'm gonna use my action surge.
Hell yeah. It is 10
so
feet
I get-
away now.
Yep. So I get one additional action on this turn.
Sure. You are out of
Um,
movement.
You push it away and you can't hit it.
Yeah.
Oh. Do I have any? Oh.
You
can I
have
take
the
that back?
dagger.
Yeah. No, I was gonna use the dagger. Oh, I could throw it.
Yeah, you can throw the dagger.
I could throw it. Sweet. I have in my inventory a normal dagger. Can I just roll for that one and then
Yeah,
add plus
it's
8
exactly the
instead of-
same.
Is it plus 7 or plus 8?
No, it's exactly the
the,
same. It is a
damage.
normal dagger.
Okay, cool. So I'll just.
It just
do
does
that.
lightning damage.
So I'll
yeah.
throw my dagger at him as well. Oh, I wish I had another thing to throw at him. Oh, that's a waste.
You
of
lob
action
the
surge.
short sword, but you kind of want it, I
Oh,
imagine.
I do have a short sword. Just throw.
And not
all
really
the
a
things.
throwing weapon.
No, yeah. So I'll throw the dagger. Oh, actually, no.
What?
Isn't an action surge? I get movement on an action surge. It's
No.
one additional action.
Oh, you can move with
You
your
can
action.
choose to dash with your action if you want to, but then you wouldn't get to hit again.
It's just.
Yeah.
Moving.
It's not a whole other turn. You don't get 2 turns.
Oh, okay.
It's another action. You can use that action to move if you want.
Alright.
But it's currently prone on the floor 10 feet away from you. Because you do get extra attack, you could attack twice if you were
Yeah.
in combat with it, or you had weapons to attack
Yeah, I
with.
know.
I wouldn't
Alright.
burn it my own self, but
No. Can I take it back?
yeah,
Is that okay?
that's fine. Don't
Okay,
You don't
cool.
do that. Yeah.
I'll leave it there. I just like, ah!
You stand there like ready with your borrowed short sword and your lightning dagger in your other hand, I imagine. Cool. Very, very cinematic entrance. I enjoy it a lot. It is the Thing's turn. It stands back up and roars at the pair of you. It takes quite a lot of exception to that. And it's going to stagger. Did you damage it at all? You just knock it over?
That one I just knock it over.
Okay, cool. It runs at. I'm gonna say Trish. I'm pretty sure it's gonna run at Trish.
You did set it on fire.
You did set it on fire, and it hates that.
Let's go.
So yeah, it's gonna run at Trish. Or. Oh, well, the first one doesn't hit. Second one probably does though. 17.
Yeah, equals beats, right? So my armor class is 17.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Uncanny dodge.
Not a bad idea. It's gonna bludgeon you for a total of plus 14 damage.
Quarter to 3.
Yeah, quarter to 3.
Fair enough.
Not really. fucking bullshit is what it is.
It's all that fur padding, man. You can't hurt her.
Helvig, it's your turn.
I hear the muffled noises through
Oh,
the
I
door.
apologize. Trish, it's only halved.
Okay.
Yeah. It's only half.
7?
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
It is magic damage.
Ooh, okay.
I open the door and go. I just confirm where it is. I just like creak open the door.
Yeah.
Confirm where it is because I don't want too much noise to escape and then be like bam bam and then close the door again.
Yeah, alright. It is basically at a shield wall of Celinox and Trish. I am going to increase its AC by 1 just because there are 2 of your allies blocking
No
it.
problem.
But it's still not a very high...
Someday I'll get Spell Sniper for that absurd robot Eldritch Blast time. First one. Fuck. Second one.
misses.
18.
Does hit.
Ooh. I don't knock it back this time. But it's 10 points of force damage.
10 points of force damage.
Let's go, gang! As he finally sees his like ribbon like Eldritch Blast like something
Here.
through like toilet paper, and you see it like trail.
And you hear in your head, odd!
Bringing it back.
Yeah.
And
that's
it
me.
is...
Close the door.
It is
Content and thinking Gatesy.
Smoothie's
And
turn.
stand there cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this thing looking hurt?
Hard to say.
Yeah.
The whole
I'm
thing
gonna-
looks just foul. It's
Yeah.
the arm is gone. It seems very upset about it. It did sort of pat the damage out before it tried to smite Trish a whole bunch.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
missed the first one because it swung with the arm that's not there anymore.
Mhm. He's gonna see Celinox and he's gonna see like technically the mess that he's made by seeing Helvig kind of come through, and with a heavy heart he'll realize it's kind of the whole plan's fucked and cast Guiding Bolt.
You can't see Helvig, but yeah, he's
I
on the.
saw him open the door and
No,
cast Eldritch Blast.
he is around the staircase, on the far side of the staircase. You can see the Eldritch Blast, but you can't actually see Helvig.
Well, point remains, I saw
Yeah.
evidence of Helvig.
Yeah. You saw fire coming in that wasn't these two or you. 27 hits. Also, obviously, the creatures. So the corridor. There is a fair amount of the reason there is screaming. Is there's a fair amount of other screams similar to the ones that happened when the food bell was rung. Are coming out of these various doors.
Mhm.
Not all of them are screams, however. One of them sounds like chanting, another sounds like singing.
Why
the
do I like
groups-
that less?
Yeah, all right. So fun here.
So I got 16 points of damage on the guiding bolts. And
Nice.
then
What
that
kind of
means I
damage
have
is this? Radiant?
Radiant as well, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that would mean
16.
advantage for the spiritual weapon, which is an additional 8, so that's 24.
It is now looking very badly hurt.
Cool, that's my turn.
And it's Trish. Yeah, Trish. This thing standing in front of you, it gets smacked a bunch, and it sort of staggers a little punch drunk, but then it recovers, and its mismatched eyes sort of swing back individually to focus on you again, and it roars.
Okay.
And the beak sort of hinges unnaturally wide.
Well, Trish is gonna go, ah! Stab it with my lance.
Yes, Trish. Trish, roll that damage.
Hell yeah.
And it's sneak as well. You do get the sneak.
Excellent.
4?
Excuse me.
So 4 plus your dex mod plus 12 is a filthy 20. And then 2 flaming damage is 22. Trish, it roars at you. And as you roar back in it, you just shove your glaive up through its bottom palate and impale its skull. And it just sort of goes limp. Yeah. It stops roaring.
Can we leave this horrible place now?
I was never here. Hey, I'll see you later. Start backing towards the stairs.
Head towards the top right door. There's a lady there that might be able to help you. Just be careful.
So
And I'll
I
cast
don't have to time.
enhance ability on her in case she wants to do that.
So I don't have to tie myself back to the bed.
I think that you should. I'm really
Celinox,
tired.
you should leave. You should leave because this place is disgusting.
Well, I was going to leave, but Smoothie tells me I have to wait a couple of hours.
What do you want me to say? That was the plan, and I'm sorry that.
I don't mind waiting. It's all right. It's a good plan.
I check
Don't
again
worry
on the
about
door
fixed.
You've got enhance
and
ability
then
on
close
you.
it again.
I'm gonna go out. If you wanna follow Trish's advice, that's fine. She's older, and I'll go out the door.
You shouldn't be so hard on the kid.
I just kind of watch Smoothie leave. Because I don't want to make a big deal out of it. Let's just not acknowledge we shot a
Yep.
thing.
So Smoothie comes out. Helvig sees him go. Trish.
Helvig, you okay?
I leave
Well,
him
he's outside.
from the door.
Yeah, I was going to
I
say.
can't see Helvig. Fuck.
Yeah.
I did
So,
you did see me open the door a bit.
I imagine he's trying to be subtle though, so he's not doing it too many times. He's just sort of like,
Yeah.
okay, it's dead. Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, now that it's
So-
dead, I'm not gonna repeat it.
Yeah.
So, Trish, I need you to go and look after him for now, yeah? I'll see you guys later.
Cool. See you later. You know where we'll be.
I guess so. I'm going to walk back up the stairs.
So you have advantage on dexterity, Ro. If you want to do anything creative with that, you are welcome to, but it lasts for an hour. So
Thank
Uh,
you.
Cool. Trish, you follow
Follow.
Smoothie.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Smoothie, you go outside. Make me I'm going to ask for a group deception check. The three of you to make it look like nothing fucking weird just happened.
Cool. I
Is it
still
still
kept
with-
my my enhance ability. 'cause I
yeah,
checked
are
for
we
it.
still within the realm of an hour? Josh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna use my other inspiration to do that again.
Nice. Nice. Smoothie. 20 from Smoothie.
That's a bit better.
Or- 14
I rolled
from
like
Helvig.
shit.
and
That's okay,
a
though.
23 from Trish. An aggregate of very good average, probably around the 19 mark. So, yeah. 18 or 19, that'll do. So, you go to leave. You get back into the cart and go to leave?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, nothing bad's happened.
Yep. And as you go, Otto doesn't seem to really care. He's like, Otto! And, like, waves you by. And Siegfried says, I never liked that thing anyway. And waves you off.
Well,
See.
Right. I'm glad to be putting that place behind us.
Yeah. I kind of like. Peter flies over to me and I kind of just like pet him. I don't want to unsummon him yet. Because, give him some love and affection. He's been through a lot.
Here. Dude. Here.
I know.
God, that was nuts.
We're out of there now. You can call me Helvig again.
Here. Here.
Yes.
Here.
No, Chad.
Chad.
Do you want to be called Chad?
Here.
Okay.
And Celinox. What do you do?
Can I see from the top of the stairs? Can I see them leaving?
No,
'cause I'm
you're inside. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And there's no window in that other room, is there?
Not. There is. The office at the top of the stairs that you came through to get downstairs, you really didn't have time to examine it. But the room that Trish came from initially to get you, and then you all ran back through down to the staircase, has got a window. And, I would say looking out of it, you can see the cart starting to make its way down the mountain.
Cool. And is it an openable window?
Openable window? Yeah. This one would be yes.
All right.
It's noteworthy you now have advantage on stealth checks, and you still haven't found your rapier.
Yeah. But we've looked most places. God damn it, I want my rapier back. All right, so I'll have a look around the room if there's any other, we've been upstairs and we've been through all the doors upstairs, and there's the downstairs, and then there's the other door. Is that the only other door, the one to Esmeralda?
The one to Esmeralda, you would have to go out onto the battlements, around a little bit, and then back in to get to Esmeralda. She's in the same building, but there is no internal door that gets you to her.
But isn't that the one Smoothie went through? He had 2 doors to choose from, and he chose...
Yeah, and they were on the battlements.
Oh.
That's why I gave you that advantage
Right.
in the first place.
Yeah.
So are there... Okay, so there's nothing else in the space I'm in?
No.
Alright.
You haven't looked downstairs, and you did just kill the Guardian. But, yes. My question is, do you leave?
The building? Or
The whole Abbey.
the room? The hallway?
The Abbey.
The whole Abbey.
The Abbey. No, I'm gonna go to the room that Smoothie told me to go to. And
All right.
I'm gonna regret it horribly.
Maybe not.
You're gonna do what you're gonna do. He knew that.
I could just glide out the goddamn window
Then do
into
it.
the back of the cart, but no. Smoothie, I'll go and find your friend.
Cool. In which case, I think we'll leave it there.
Oh no!
Oh,
God.
it's a tense place to leave it.
What? You got out. You found Celinox. She's free. She can leave whenever she fucking wants.
We'll come back next week and I'll be like, no, I'm flying out the window. God damn it.
Good.
Marvelous.
So right.
Thank you very much, guys. Great job. So yeah, guys. Well, that was that. That was a thing. I think we should probably talk about some favorite moments. That's what we like to do at the end of our sessions. It's something we borrowed from the dreaded GM. It's nice and wholesome and affirming. And loads of other people do it now as well. Eldritch Scribe does it. Ardana does it. All these clever, cool, and groovy people do it, so I'm doing it too. And I copied Dread before everybody else. So, I did it before. Well, I did it when it started being cool. That's not good. So, we are going to do that. Yeah, who wants to go first? And chat, if you have favorite moments, please throw them up in chat. We'd love to hear your opinions. What we did well, what we did... Well, I don't want to know if you think we didn't do well. Shut that up. We're looking for positivity. That's the point of it. Who wants to go first?
Who haven't we complimented in a while? It's probably Ro, right?
I mean, we
compliment everyone every week.
we do it all the time. We complimented Ro first last week.
Yeah.
I know because I watched yesterday's, last week's this morning.
I want to say something nice about Jack.
Very well.
Okay.
Say something nice about
There we
Jack.
go.
Because I want to reiterate, Trish, pissed off. Rachel, thrilled.
Yeah.
I loved you micromanaging Trish because I think it said a lot about your character. Like, you're a very stressed out kind of guy, and you couldn't just... Because you don't really know Trish that well, so you kind of felt the need to micromanage, and I thought it made sense for your character and like added to the story, and I really enjoyed it.
Honestly, it was just the fact that, like, in retrospect, this plan wasn't very well communicated.
It was not.
That was the plan, right? I was not clear on that point at all, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
I see you in hell. My favorite moment was when the party mercilessly killed my 10,000 channel point NPC.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry, I see you in hell.
That's
It
a
was a
big
very fun
deception.
fight.
It was a... Yeah, I see you in hell!
that was
Exclamation
it.
mark roll! Exclamation mark deception in chat. I would enjoy discussing what the favorite parts were if I wasn't asleep. Fair, Aaron. Okay. Yeah, you'll have to check the VOD. The almost mimic and the creepy nun in the mirror. My favorite parts. Chaotic goblin.
yeah.
Nice. Yes. Thank you. 13. Big fat fib. Not bad.
That's what I
Well, we're
rolled.
talking about smoothie, so let's talk about smoothie.
My favorite smoothie moment was how you handled the Abbot situation.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, we do still need his services, and Loki, he judges back, and I'm like, uh-oh. I don't know what's gonna happen with it. I'm interested to know where the chips will fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've got a giant corpse in his backyard, so I have a feeling that plan's gone kaput. But
Collection of corpses, actually. But they are. Yeah. Well, Celinox got free.
she did.
What?
And it's dead.
What? I'm not free.
Oh, I
No,
got 3. I
As
thought you
in-
said got 3, and I was like, I didn't kill anyone.
Got 3 bad guys.
It's also worth noting, Trish, that thing was not sentient.
Oh, come on!
Oh.
It was a golem.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Construct. It's construct.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
My favorite
I'm not
smoothie.
sentient.
My favorite smoothie moment was Smoothie just like, I love that Smoothie just makes friends with everyone. Like he
Badly,
finds
but yes.
a random gypsy woman in the. And
Yeah.
he's just like, hey, I'm this person, and I'm also from your order, and can we be friends now? And she's coming to buy him a drink later. I love it.
Yeah, that was cute. My favorite smoothie was at the very end, the dejected manner. It was like, no, I'm gonna go. You guys are older than me. I'm gonna go. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go. You guys sort it out. I loved that.
Yeah.
That
was my favorite as well.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like that's going to come up a fair amount where like he's got all this responsibility on his plate, and he's doing his best, but he's well, at the moment, as far as I and the character are concerned, he's making a royal cock up of it. He's it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. But yes, I'm in agreement. It was a good moment for him to finally just kind of go like, all right, fine, go ahead. So yeah.
Benny Carlstrom, my favorite moment was I found out I can give Josh inspiration. I will take them all, my friend. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty. Well, that's Jack, and he did very well and great and groovy, and his anxiety was barely showing at all. Okay, let us talk about somebody else. Let's talk about Trish. Trish had some awesome moments. I have one to go straight off the bat. The let's split whatever's in the box. And I was like, fantastic. There's 2 things in the box. And then, yeah, so which do you want? I don't care. That coming back to it as well, just like we had a bit of a break from that, and then you're like, okay, so which bit do I get?
Yep.
And then your disappointment, you're like, oh, no, it's fine. What we would do.
Yeah.
My
Make some
favorite
happier music.
ravine.
Oh, I turned it off when we finished because I've been so stressed out with all the screaming and
honestly,
noises behind. I'm like, I had to turn
music
it off.
music was great, but yeah, it wasn't doing me, the player, any favors. I'm like, oh.
I've put some smooth jazz on now instead.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
are.
sweet. I'll put it back on so I can calm back down.
My favorite Trish moment, not just how do I rephrase this? So earlier Smoothie was like, I should probably, or more like, no, it was Smoothie. I was trying to remember if it was out of character, in character, where he said that Trish is a bit like on a hair trigger, basically. And then later you were like, Helvig's in danger, gone. Boots escape, let's go.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm out of there. And I'm like, I love it. I'm glad she has my back, and also I'm like not there anymore when she arrives. Bam, bam, and gone.
I think. Go ahead, Dre. You spoke first.
I remembered because it was in my head, and then I got I forgot. And I got to remember now. I really loved when Trish, well, Rachel, really, it's a Rachel moment. When Rachel went with the opening of the box, because Trish was kind of going, oh no, it's not the best thing to do, and the chat was all going like, we should do it, and I clearly wanted to do it, and then you like narratively swung it round so we could do it, and it still made sense with the character, but it was like, yeah, we got it. So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of her interactions with the different rooms were fun. I think I actually really liked the like as objectively I can see that the conflict is the wrong word, but like like how you said, like micromanaging. Trish probably doesn't like that very much, and she's like, "Why the fuck are you here, bro?" Like you know, like because she's
got this, man.
yeah, exactly.
Look, I found your friend. Why are you here?
Yeah, exactly. And I thought that was a really neat kind of moment of just like, oh, okay, we're gonna have to have a conversation about this, because like if you're gonna be up in my shit and every single time we go on a mission, I'm gonna punch you in the face. It's kind of what it felt like.
Look,
so that was
kid.
fun. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was my favorite. Also, just the badassness of pick a limb. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite self?
Weirdly, I liked interacting with Pia, because I've never done much of that before, and that was fun trying to like interact and like
What's he saying?
when he was freaked out and
Yeah.
interpret what his messages are. That was fun for me.
Yeah. I love playing Pia. It's so much fun. And it's fun when he's not with Helvig, so Helvig is hearing this bizarre, out-of-context phone conversation where you're only hearing one side of it.
He knows he doesn't need to keep me posted literally every second.
No, whenever he says Pia, you know what he's saying. As long as you're within 100 feet.
Like,
I was. It's always there, even if you don't want it to be.
You have to put him
it's like,
away for this to stop.
Helvig doesn't project all the time.
Yeah.
But Pierre's like, this is an open phone call.
You are the only person he can talk to. He's talking.
That's great. You know, keep doing it. I'm not gonna hang up on you.
Here, chat. Yeah, cool. All right. Well, let's talk about somebody else then. We're seeing as we were talking about Pierre. Let's talk about Dan.
Whoa. Yeah. The ribbon push was neat.
Yeah.
But I actually think I'm gonna change my answer based on what you just said, Dan, which is, this idea of like companionship with Pierre is really adorable, even if it's like, it's more just like, oh, I can see that now. Like, you know, like if you're constantly being bothered by Pierre, but you don't mind because he's your buddy and it's reciprocal. It's really cool. And also seeing Dan for the longest time try to do the sensible thing and then finally kind of going like, you know what, I'm gonna open a damn door. These guys are taking forever. I thought that was good because it was wonderful. It was just like, fuck it. So
Bro looks like on the precipice of about to say something. I'll let you go first.
Oh,
No?
I feel like Jack's just taken all of mine because I was going to talk about the door and I was going to talk about the Eldritch Blast description.
Yeah.
So you're not allowed to take that many favorite moments. Jack.
Should never let Jack go first.
I liked the door interaction. I liked the way that it was like, oh yeah, I'll just like have a look. Oh yeah, he's dead. Cool. And like close the door again. Like, there was a lot.
And Smoothie comes out, he's like, also cool. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna nod to Dan's restraint. Because like I'm gonna focus in on it because it's really hard as a player, like, I wanna be involved in that. I know all this shit's going on and it's really hard to firstly, I don't need to be there. Secondly, I'm not mettering. Now I can actually talk to Pierre. I know what's going on in there, but everything's cool. Everything's groovy. What's taking so long? But yeah, just waiting. And when you did come in, it was great. It was really cool and characterful, and like Smoothie's in there as well. It's like, okay, well now I'm just left out. I'm going in. That was really good.
I really liked Helvig asking Pierre if he wants to be called Chad.
Oh, Chaotic Goblin, thank you very much for the sub, you bloody champion.
Well, that wasn't the outhouse, Bishop Blood.
Yes.
Yeah, that was great.
It's a good one-liner. Yes.
Yeah, favorite moment is me trying to think of an excuse and then going for the toilet. And I'm like, is this gonna...
I can't shit.
I hope he doesn't look too deeply into the what form the person is saying that excuse is, and maybe it'll work out. Maybe it'll be fine, and then just the stress, and then it going, oh, it's not gonna listen to me anyway. So I guess I blast a hit, whatever. But the stress was there, being like, oh, I didn't think of it. I thought it was fine. I was just gonna walk in here and maybe, yeah, I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, just to sneak in another one, I was like, in this moment, I probably should have taken voice of the Chain Master so I can talk to Trish, but then we couldn't get all those cute moments of misinformation, and I'm like, totally worth not doing that.
No, yeah, absolutely. Alrighty. Well, Ro. Favorite Ro moments? Favorite Celinox?
Go first. So.
Nope, you're not.
Yeah, you're banned. You're banned from going first.
I want to go, Josh?
Nope, you carry on.
I loved you gliding into the monster. That was such a good entrance. Oh my god. It was cool as hell.
Thank you.
I was so disappointed you didn't stab it with the lightning dagger. The lightning dagger would have healed it. It absorbs lightning damage.
It's a trap.
I have a couple, but I'm gonna first highlight Celinox's attitude / relationship to Smoothie. It's like it feels more like a typical Lancer character. It's like I don't want to say like a tsundere that's like, I mean, it's not like I care, but I obviously do care. Why can't I just leave? But and like seeing Smoothie like go like, oh yeah, of course, because you know better than me, and you going, fuck. I love it.
Auntie Celinox.
Yeah.
Bishop blood.
Yeah,
That's really good.
Yeah.
Really good way to put it.
When you said to piggyback on what Dan said, like I think my favorite moment of that was when you, like, even though Smoothie was clearly pissed off and kind of had a little bit of a tantrum, you were still calm, and you said to Trish immediately, like, go look after him. Off you go. You know, that was like, it was very cool. It was this nice thing of just like, okay, I don't like, you could like throw the table over. I don't care. I'm looking after this kid, and I can't right now, so you're gonna have to do it. So yeah, that was really cool.
I may be remembering it differently, but I had the inference that it was a request.
Yes, I could.
Yeah. And that was what I liked about it, was that it was I can't right now, so would you mind?
Yeah, sorry, I worded that wrong. But that's
no, I wasn't pulling you up on it. I just think, for the nuance of that was, she has already asked Trish for a couple of favors, like, can I keep the prayer beads? Trish came to save her, and hey, would you mind looking out for the kid for a couple more hours until I get back? It was just like, there's sort of, I don't feel that that's who Celinox is. She doesn't ask favors. I think she's very self-sufficient. But yeah, and that was cool for that reason, was like, I already owe this person the contents of the next box we find, and I've got now to ask for something more. And I got that vibe from that, of the, hey, smiting buddy. And she just witnessed Trish do something pretty badass. Like, oh wow, you and I, we are both good at that. Okay, cool. And I really enjoyed that. But I'm not going to just steal Jack's, because that would be just sort of highlighting the same thing. So I'm going to say something different. I will point out.
I was piggybacking off Dan anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to have a new from one, then Jack, you go for your life. I can definitely think of more.
Yeah, well, I have two though, so you go, and then I'll come back if you didn't already say it.
Okay.
Bro's too good. What can I say?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. All of the interaction with the nun.
That's what I was going to say. So there you go. See, like that.
Yeah. All
Thank
of the
you,
nun,
man.
all of the nun stuff was very good. And oh no, there's a nun and Trish is like, what nun? Yeah, that was good. Also, Ardana, can I get some more information about Chet Trollcat? What, I'm assuming they're a humble folk. Can you select a race, select a breed, tell me a little bit about them so I can include them in my world more thoroughly? Ardana has redeemed a name in NPC, Chet Trollcat. Chet is the name of a pet mimic from Ardana's world, so I don't know what she's aiming for here. Chet Trollcat could be the name of a mimic. I'm okay with that. I like that idea. If that's what you want, Ardana, let me know, and that's cool. I will do that. Because Chet's adorable. I'm happy for him to be a pan-dimensional super being.
If I may make one last comment about
Please
Rose's
do.
performance today.
Yeah.
There was all sorts of good moments, but like I also wrote down he's like a kid, because that was the first words out of your mouth. It wasn't anything. It was just like, where's Smoothie? What's going on? Blah blah blah. It's like you left him alone with the Gambit.
Yes.
Because it really it established what you like how you feel about my character, which was really cool. And it was also like, what? It was this really funny moment between the two of you. So I wrote that down. He's like a kid. You left him alone.
I was so internally insulted. I was like, please, Trish, he's not alone. I'm there. Please explain. We're not irresponsible adults. And then it never did. And I was like, fuck, don't know this.
Fear
Well,
is
there's
all
also-
he says.
yeah. Oh, it's going to be such a fun scene if it continues, though, because he's eventually going to have to stand up for himself and just be like, hey, I am agency. Stop treating me like I'm fine. Anyway, it's going to be fun.
I'm nearly a
voice of break.
grown up. Damn it!
I'm a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
I can't
Ro,
say
favorite
that
self
anymore.
moment?
I am gonna stay quite broad if I can.
Be as broad as you like.
I was
Cool.
thank you. I was really enjoying the role play tonight. I was really enjoying creating a kind of new dynamic with Trish, but then using the kind of existing dynamic from Smoothie as well.
Yeah.
And I thought we kind of made all the narrative choices through those conversations and stuff were all linked to character stuff. So I thought like it was quite good.
Yeah. Excellent. Awesome. Alrighty. Well, I need to thank Sirenscape for the music.
We haven't done DM favorite moments. You were supposed to be first according to someone in chat, and you tried
they
to
were
skip
wrong.
yourself.
I'm going to go first. Fuck you people. Todd.
Todd.
You're like, he just said Todd. That was heavy. There you go. I'm done.
Yeah.
Just one. Done.
The non-sass done. There we go. Just be like, yes, a ghostly apparition appearing to be like, I have a laugh. And then like later on, equally like, dude, both prayer beads and the knife, not just one. What are you doing? It's like, all right, ghost nun, calm down. You were gonna kill me before.
I loved the descriptions of everything that happened in the fight and the gross thing we were fighting. A beak with teeth? That's gonna haunt me. Disgusting. Just,
Don't Google penguins then.
I won't. Yeah, that whole
look
battle
so
was a lot of fun.
dapper.
Very cool descriptions.
Yeah. Don't look inside their mouth. They've got backwards pointing teeth.
Ah.
So the fish can't get out.
Yeah, I think my favorite Josh moments is about description as well, because I think the like, oh, it was terrifying. Why have I signed up for a horror campaign? Like the screaming table in particular. The way you described the like, oh, it's their final death screams.
Oh yeah.
And the description of Esmeralda was really fun as well.
Oh, she was so cool.
I really enjoyed her kind of introduction and setup. I'm interested in seeing more of her.
Hmm.
And the Abbot was really neat too. When at that beginning thing where I honestly still couldn't tell you why, because he didn't seem to care about Smoothie's opinion per se, but for someone who didn't care about his opinion, he spent a long time kind of going like, this place, it drags you down and blah, blah, blah. So that was really interesting. I don't know what to make of that. And he also decided that he was going to come down to the people, which he never does. So something's up about that, but I couldn't tell you what. That was really cool seeing that character kind of develop, and then him say how do you like my work with the zombie bride.
That was you're a Terran. You like that, right?
Oh, Grace! Grace!
Would you Would you go
I
there?
enjoyed that
God,
drop with
That's
the.
not what I got from it, and now
No,
recontextualize, I hated it more.
Would you go there, bro? Would you go there? Yeah, you would.
I tap that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that about the swan as well, the abbot, with the drop about the god and the mother line. I was like,
Mother doesn't know.
That was my favorite self moment. And there was 2 different ways I could have said that sentence, and they both occurred to me. I was like, I know which one I want to say, but I'm gonna let chat decide because that gives a little thing away, and I want to see. And I'm glad that the 2 came up because it was the one I wanted to say. It was a single. There was another word basically that I didn't add in that sentence that changes the meaning slightly. And Bishop Blood has redeemed an NPC as well. Anything as determined by Karen. Well, I will then throw it to Karen. I don't know if she's watching this evening, but yeah, Bishop Blood. Next time Karen is in the DM seat, will probably be a mano a mano on a Thursday night. So I will make a note to have her give me a name, give me something. So to give her. For Karen, or she can ask you directly. Bishop Blood also has one. I will make a note. Blood makes one as well. Cool. NPC. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty. Am I flattered enough now? It was a really fun session. I also wanted. I have a slight retcon to make. Because. Oh, you want a Barovia-related one, but Karen gets to pick. Okay. Interesting. I implied that Siegfried noticed and realized what you did.
Right.
She did not. I did my math wrong. I just did the math. Your average was 19. I rolled an 18. I thought she had equals beat. She had not.
Oh.
She did not realize what had gone on in there. She had not heard you.
Yeah,
Otto straight up did not, but yeah, she didn't realize. You have gotten away without anyone realizing that you guys killed the thing.
Wait.
Yet.
Yeah.
I mean, no one even knows it's dead yet.
Well, they've got an escaped Celinox running around, so they can just blame Celinox for it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because she's such a badass.
Exactly.
Totally. Did it with my bare hands.
Yeah.
Ignore the radiant
Okay.
burns.
Yeah,
Yes. How many of you still have inspiration out of my curiosity?
Me, I think.
I do not.
Yep, Trish
I
burned
use
hers, and yep, cool. All right, it's me and Jack. Thanks, Tony. Good on you.
Didn't you use yours?
No, Tony
Me.
gave me another.
Oh, you got another
Also,
one.
didn't Rachel have 2? Did she use 2?
She did.
I
She
used
burned
them
both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
that was a big
I
one
really
for.
wanted to kill that thing because I thought it was going to help with my curse.
Unfortunately, no, it has no soul.
You could try a chicken.
No,
It
it
has to be
has to be
sentient.
alive. It has to be sentient.
Well,
I was
Trish
like,
would think it was
alive.
sentient. Does it have to be sentient, or does she just have to think it's sentient?
This isn't. Trish isn't Alex Jones. What she believes isn't actually true.
Spicy.
I'd feel too bad about killing a chicken anyway. I'd have to lure the chicken into trying to mug me first.
Oh no! Oh no!
No.
Ah, you meanie!
Enchantment.
I've got all this corn. Ooh.
That is definitely entrapment, particularly for the chicken. Cool. Yeah, well, we'll go away from here now, guys. It has been a splendid evening. I must thank Sirenscape for the music, the sounds you're hearing. Thanks to Wooten Forge for the joy they're bringing. You can buy your own stuff, it all comes from a tree. Recommended by me, shaped by Aaron and Nate, shipped to thee. So I thank Wooten Forge for the affiliate, so I can share it with ye. Thank you. I think that might be a regular thing now, I like it. Other than that... I also need to honey trap. I also need to mention Ukraine. The people of Ukraine. Bjorn and Benny will sue you, Josh. No. Because it's satire. I am protected. Hey, Dead Fox. Also, my fun story. My dad looks not unlike Bjorn. To the point where he was on a cruise ship a few years ago, and some Filipino ladies dead set thought he was, and just would not leave him alone.
Bless.
And their English wasn't amazing, so they just kept saying, "Man from Abbot! Man from Abbot!"
Oh, that's
and my mum is like, "You do though." I adore that, particularly as by that point he did not. Like Bjorn's let himself go. Anyway, what else do we need to talk about? Ukraine, that's the one. Yeah, stuff's not going great over there. The war is ongoing. It's not going fantastically for the Ukrainians. It's not going amazingly for the Russians. Nobody's having a great time. It's war. But 11 million plus Ukrainians have been robbed of their homes by it, and that's it. So, the emergency action appeal is there. If you have any spare pennies in your coffers, please consider donating over that way. It would be groovy of you if you would. Thanks very much, guys. Beyond that, I need to say thank you to my players. Guys, who the absolute heck are you? Ro, who the heck are you?
When you said who the heck are you, I was like, oh shit, I need to wake back up, and then I was like, he's gonna say me first.
Yeah, I am. I work backwards.
I am an educator and theatre maker and traveller who does a bunch of stuff around the place. And if you would like to follow me on Instagram at Krezkov, you will see lots of wicked photos of the amazing places I've been and photos of my dog.
Which is, I would say, worth it in and of itself. Charlie is a charming little boy.
Yes.
So big.
Boy.
Dan, who the absolute heck are you?
Hello, I am Dan in the meat space, dear up in the cyberspace. You can't find any pictures of me anywhere, at least on social media, that I post myself, because I basically just lurk and, simmer beneath the tumult of modern society, because you deserve love, even if it is in the shadows. Aside from that, weekly I'm just here playing Helvig, figure out stress stuff. Woo!
Good word use, tumult. Don't get that very often. Nice. Jack, who the absolute heck are you, Mr. Squarepeg?
Well, all of you can see the things down below. I don't really feel like promoting myself, so I will just say thank you, everyone, for playing and watching. It is a pleasure of my week.
Well, if Jack's not going to do it, I am. You can find him at dmforhire.com.au. You can find him at Jack at Squarepeg, and you can find his new Twitch streams at Jack Squarepeg, twitch.tv/Jack Squarepeg. And you should, because he's playing The Witcher 3, which is the best of the Witchers, and a very good game, and he's doing DM's prep as well, and he's a fucking legend. You should check him out. And Rachel, who the absolute mother-flipping heck are you?
Hello, my name is Rachel Fukar. I'm an actor, writer, creative trash at large. You can find me on various social media at Rachel Fukar, and you can find the book that I wrote, The Rings of Mars, right here on the internet. And if you don't buy it, I'm gonna sneak into your house. I'm going to find your favorite pair of pants, and I'm going to take a stitch picker to the back seam. Now, I'm not going to ruin them completely, but I'm going to weaken the integrity enough so the next time you wear them, you're going to bend over, split. It's going to ruin your day.
Oh, Lord.
So buy the book.
Do I have to buy it again to avoid this?
No, you're good after one.
That just gives you immunity. You're good.
Okay.
Although, can you be sure of that?
Well, until I put out another one.
Wait, Rachel wrote a book?
I know, I'm so subtle about it. I did, Dan, actually.
Serum's here. Hey, buddy. Long time no see. Hey, McBluff, good to see you as well. And Mesdames and Monsieur Dame under Herren and Beings of Indeterminate Gender and Persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate, and you can find me here on my channel Krezkov, which I run with my lovely lady wife, running D&D with these marvelous human beings. You can also find me on Tuesday night for Tactics Tuesday. Tomorrow I will be joined by Ardana, and we will be taking a look at Shadowrun 6th Ed, which, I'm very excited for because I don't know anything about it. So we're going to be using it to build some characters and figure out how the system works. Then Thursday night, Karen and I will be back for Mano a Mano, where Beryl will be trying to make friends with some lizard folk, establish some diplomatic ties with her offsiders Oceanus and Garrett. Oh, and a nice dragonborn they just met. Called Garak, which is not going to be confusing at all. Alrighty, and then, I've stopped slutting myself around. Oh, no, wait, no, I haven't. Ha, 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 ha. I will probably be on Dreaded GM's channel this weekend for his amazing charity drive for the Starlight Children's Foundation. I have no details so far, but they will be incoming when I have them. Runs over and hugs Rachel and Dan because he hasn't seen them in an age. Yes, Serum, what the fuck, man? We missed you too, dude. And yeah, hugs back twice as tight, or Serum dies.
Head pops off.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we should go away from here now because we've been streaming for a gosh darn while. Who have we got? We have friends in the stream space. Eldritch Scribe is streaming. Mike Moans is streaming. We could raid GTG Vicky, Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of the Lamb looks pretty neat.
Play that game, dude. I'm so busy.
Apparently, you can use Twitch to affect the game in and of itself. It's pretty neat.
Well, then let's do that. That sounds great. Yeah. So, I will play a quick ad, and then we will jump on over there for a raid. Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell Vicky where we came from, and show her the love. I will make a note of all these NPCs that have been named. Gosh darn it, there's a lot of them. And we will find it. We will see who they are next week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Everybody.
Bam.